Welcome to the Jocast number 2, the show that nobody wanted and nobody expected, and we got it anyways. I wonder if that's gonna be a, like, fucking catchphrase for now.
Yeah.
So I got another little scripted notepad here. Now that E3 has happened, I kind of realized I posted the...
like a month ago.
Yeah.
You posted the Jocast, the first one, like 2 days after everything got confirmed that we were talking about. So it just looked like we were like fucking slow or something. Like, what did these guys not watch the fucking news? What happened?
It's because I took so much fucking time to render. It took days to render.
Well, also, it wasn't your fault because you also had a lot of technical difficulties.
Yes.
If that shit didn't happen, you would have had it out like a week before that.
So, the first point of today is gonna hurt, but it's Battlefield 5 having Battle Royale.
Oh boy. That's where we're jumping into it with this.
Yes.
You're trying to make me mad. Actually, go on, you start, actually. I talk too much anyway.
I kinda laughed really loudly when they said, it's a feature, it's something you've asked for.
After launch, you'll get something I know a lot of you have been asking for.
It's Royale.
I'm like, who the fuck asked for this?
Nobody asked for this shit.
I was sitting there kind of like sitting to myself, I'm like, who asked for this? 5-year-olds who play Fortnite and also own Battlefield 1?
Yeah.
The fuck, they're not your consumer base. I am your consumer base. I buy your games. I have the money to. These fucking children rely on their stupid parents. If they don't have enough incentive to buy the game, they don't care. It's incredible, really.
But
I don't know how it's gonna work.
Yeah.
It's really the big question.
Just like Black Ops 4's Battle Royale, we have no info, literally nothing
Well, see,
about
Black
it.
Ops 4, I can see it working better because Black Ops, or Call of Duty in general, is already so just like frantic and off the walls and just like, what's the word? Battle Royale games feel very suited to gameplay styles that are accommodating for people who want to go off on their own, but can also work if you decide to stay as a group. Call of Duty is like that. In every Call of Duty, even the older ones that are more hardcore, you can pretty much run off on your own and kill everybody. But if you stick with your team, you'll do better. And that's what Battle Royale games are like, whether you play solos, duos, or squads. I don't really play a lot of Fortnite, but I do play a fair amount of PUBG because I actually like it, even though it's an unoptimized piece of shit. But I actually do have fun with that game because, you know, I like my Battle Royale games separate from all my other games. But but in that game, like, you can run off and murder the fuck out of people. I have a friend, Jimmy, who does just that. He usually just, like, if all of us die, he ends up getting like 20 kills, and it's stupid. So, like, what I'm saying here is in Battlefield, especially now that they're making this a very team-oriented Battlefield, I don't know how the fuck this is going to work.
Yeah.
Because if you can't just run around like a madman...
If you can heal yourself.
Yeah, what the fuck? Are you gonna be last alive in your squad and that's it? You're doomed because you have 2 health and you can't get it back?
Yeah.
Like, that would suck. They
But
would have
maybe-
to essentially make 2 games
Probably-
for this mode to work.
You've seen the resupply stations in Battlefield 5. Maybe that's gonna be in Battle Royale,
Yeah,
so that like
possibly.
you can possibly like.
What I feel like is gonna happen is like I said, I think they're just gonna make 2 games. I think they're gonna end up making a Battlefield game that's actually a Battlefield game, and we're like, hey, this is fucking Battlefield. This is what I paid my money for. And then they're going to have a Battle Royale mode that you're going to just kind of be like, even if it's fun, I'm not saying it can't be fun. It probably can be fun. But I'm just saying, like, people might play it and be like, this doesn't feel like Battlefield. This feels like its own thing entirely. And honestly, that's probably for the best.
I've seen a
That's how it
couple
turns out.
like Battlefield YouTuber on Twitter saying like that they wanted it to be like standalone instead of being added into the main game. But I think it's way less like impactful. I think Battlefield 5 has a way less impactful way of adding Battle Royale into its genre than Black Ops 4.
It
didn't sacrifice
campaign
Yes.
or conquest or something.
It's just
Like,
something more. let's say.
Exactly. I'm okay with it only because it's something new without removing anything else. Like, I don't like Battle Royale in every fucking game ever. I think Battle Royale's fun if it's its own standalone thing and it's done well, aka, I guess, Fortnite and maybe PUBG if you can get past the optimization issues. But I don't like to fucking lose something else. Like if they told me there's no conquest now, battle royale is the new mode, that's it. I'm not buying Battlefield V.
fuck off.
But because my go-to game mode is still in the fucking game, I'm still gonna play it. Granted, I would have actually preferred if they brought back Carrier Assault from Battlefield 2142 and Battlefield 4, because that is my favorite fucking Battlefield mode of all time.
Yeah, that was so fun.
But and like nobody seems to fucking realize that it's probably the best game mode in any Battlefield. Like if you've never played a round of Carrier Assault, you fucking suck, honestly. 'Cause it's the greatest shit ever. In 2142, it was even better because the bases were flying around.
Yeah, you could drive it.
Yeah, you could drive them and move them around, and they could drop bombs and shit, and they had anti-air guns, and it was like a mad dash to like get inside and fuck it up from the inside. It was insane.
I remember
Battlefield 4 did a great job of recreating that.
From
I'd love
Battlefield
to see it.
1942, you could get in the like destroyer boats and drive them. I don't know why they didn't do that in the Battlefield 4. Maybe because like hardware
I don't know.
restrictions or
Maybe
it was
because
hard
it was
to do.
more resource intensive
Yes.
because the game looked better, possibly. That's what I think. Or maybe it was because it was an expansion game mode rather than a base game thing. So they didn't have as much time to flesh it out. Because they
Oh.
they fought it like a year and a half, and one of
We're having fucking hell.
them was. But I wish there was a Battlefield. I wanted there to be a Battlefield V mode that was basically Carrier Assault, but in World War II.
Oh my god. It's lagging.
Because
Fuck.
I'm saying, I mean, I'm lagging.
Yeah. You're like cutting.
Fucking kill me. Basically, what I'd like to see is instead of a battle royale mode, I would have liked to see them make adjustments and reboot some of the older, more memorable modes in the series for me, like Carrier Assault. But hey, whatever. Maybe the battle royale mode will be fucking great. Who knows?
Maybe it's gonna be like so fucking fun, but maybe like we're just gonna have to see. We're just gonna have to wait to see it at this point.
At the very least, you know I'm gonna make a video on it, just shit posting about it.
Definitely.
Because it's gonna be, regardless of what it is, I'm gonna just you know that I have a knack for just getting into a game, even if it's supposed to be really serious, and just absolutely ruining it. So if it's Battlefield V, which already has katanas and black Nazis, and then I'm doing Battle Royale and that, I mean, the potential is limitless. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. It'll be great, dude. I can't wait. I'm excited for it. Only as a YouTuber who likes to make shit posting videos. As a human being who likes video games, I'm kind of just like, eh. But as a YouTuber, I'm like, oh yes, bring me the memes. I'm like, bring me the memes. I gotta do this. The same way I'm excited for like fucking Black Ops 4's Battle Royale because I know it's gonna be awful and I can't wait to play it. I'm a terrible person.
Oh my god.
I promote these bad ideas.
Yes. The next point is actually BF5 in general. We couldn't talk about it in the last Jocast because literally we made it before the E3. And at EA Play they just revealed the gameplay. So there's revive, the pace, there's now exit animations, no health regeneration, ammo capacity that is very low compared to other games, the particles that just fucking blur your screen out for some reason. Fortifications and the graphics.
One of the first things I noticed when I saw some of the gameplay was my concern about the medic animation to revive being too long was completely taken away when I saw how quick it is.
Yes.
It's not that long at all. When the people were saying like it's gonna take us a few seconds, I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? How? And then I watched it and it's not a few seconds, it's like a second and a half. You can't even say a few seconds for that. You gotta be like, if I were to describe that to people without making them panic, I would just be like, there's a very brief revive animation.
Yeah.
And if someone has like razor sharp reflexes, they can kill you in that time. But if there's someone putting the pressure on the enemy, they're not gonna have time to shoot at you. I think it's cool.
Yeah, because of what they said about revive animation time, like it took a few seconds. I thought the medic was gonna be like super fucking useless, but then
I was sitting here thinking that everyone's gonna be like, "Come on, get up, come on."
Yeah, because everybody.
It's gonna be like Left 4 Dead 2 or something when you get a guy up.
Because everybody.
Filling up.
Yeah, because everybody can revive too.
And and then when I saw the footage of like the support reviving a guy, I'm like, yeah, okay, I see medics are incredibly needed. Because the support took like fucking 8 minutes. He was like checking the dude. He was like, oh fuck, you okay, dude? I don't see any bullet holes, but let me just keep checking.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It actually was funny, but it felt authentic. Like the guy just had no clue what he was looking for.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh fuck, are you like dead? Are you bleeding? All right, let's go." Like it actually was really cool. Like it was both funny and like convincing. Because that's like I thought of it like myself. Because I play medic in the games, but mostly I play like support, assault, engineer, like whatever destructive class there is that I could go around just murdering people. So both as a player and as a human being who knows nothing of medical knowledge, I looked at that and I go, that's literally me in a combat situation. I just be like, fuck, dude, you good? Come on, let's go. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just like, I hope you're not dead. And I'm just dragging my friend along.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. I can't wait. I'm actually really excited now for seeing the gameplay for the base game.
I thought the medic would be useless, but then I saw, like, the time it takes for other classes to revive, and then compared to the medic, and also there's no health regen. I didn't know about that, actually. So your health can get back to, like, 75 maximum, I think. So, like, it's completely the opposite. The medic is so fucking powerful.
That's literally a battle royale mechanic.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that right now. In battle royale games, you can only bring yourself back up to 75 on your own. You need, like, medical assistance or a health kit to bring you up. No. Wait. No, wait. In PUBG, you can only get up to 75, and then you need, like, energy drinks, pain pills, or actual medical help. Yeah. Yeah, no, actually, that's a battle royale mechanic, pretty much entirely. I feel like they...
Fortnite has, that too, with the bandages that help.
Yeah. I think they did that both because they want to try to make the game more hardcore, but also because they planned on making this battle royale thing for a while. So they're like, hey, why don't we do a mechanic that benefits both ends? That's actually kind of smart. But I also kind of feel like I've been tricked.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. I'm kind of like, wait, should I be mad? They snuck this shit right past me. I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
That's still cool. I think it's good. I think it's a good idea. Because then you don't have these assholes running around with SMGs all fucking game murdering everybody. Because then when you get a dude like me hold up with a goddamn MG42 and you're running at me with a fucking MP40, I'm gonna fuck you up. And even if you survive the encounter, there's a good chance that you're almost dead and all I gotta do is run over and like fucking throw a rock at you and you're done. Which is good, because then if you get dumbasses who rush around the map and stay really far away from their medics, they're fucked. Which is good. That's how it should be. Because in Battlefield 1, health regen was so fucking quick. And like, I think it was actually slower than the older games, but it's still just too fast. And it doesn't support the gameplay.
The medic is going to be like a magnet for their squad.
Yeah. Yeah. He's going to hold the squad together, which actually could be a terrible thing. Because then if you have a really shit medic who dies a lot or has no idea where the fuck he's going and your team needs him, you're either going to have to be forced to follow him or let's just like assuming it's a random and not your friend, or you're just going to fucking die a lot. I don't know
why they didn't keep the thing from Hardline, you know, when you could go to a medic and just get help yourself.
I actually hated that. Personally,
you hated that?
That's a terrible idea. Because the reason I think that's a terrible idea is because that, to me, when I first played Hardline, I thought to myself, if this is in future Battlefield games, Battlefield's a dead series. Because the problem with that is, if you give the player the ability to just take what they need from another player without that player needing to also coordinate and work as a team, you are essentially giving the illusion of team play while giving me a single player, like a solo multiplayer experience. Like, you're basically giving me the gameplay of Call of Duty where I could run around and shoot everybody, and the only time I need to slow down and stop is when I need to go to my team to get help. But in reality, all I gotta do is walk up to a friendly medic and hold X for 2 seconds and I get my health back.
I see.
To me, I felt that was idiotic. And I was worried that was gonna be in Battlefield 1, and I was very happy to see it wasn't.
It's kind of like artificial teamwork, let's say.
Basically, it's artificial teamwork, and it's stupid. Like, the person who you take the health and ammo from gets points for that. Like, why? They're not paying attention.
Yeah, they shouldn't get points for that thing.
They shouldn't gain anything for that.
Yeah.
They shouldn't even be like, to me, the idea is when I always argue with Battlefield games is when there's a lot of people who think that they're too difficult and they need to be more streamlined to be easier for newer players. And I'm like, they're already easy. In fact, even the old ones, I recently picked up and got into Battlefield 2142. They have like a project on PC called Project Battlefield 2142 Revive, in which it basically is, there are now fan hosted servers for 2142, and it's great. And so the game that's technically supposed to be dead because EA killed the servers is still alive and people are playing it. And in that game, Battlefield 2142 is like the third entry in the franchise, okay? And as you know, generally speaking, the older the Battlefield game is, the fucking harder it is because there's more teamwork elements. Aiming is a little bit more difficult. There's either no iron sights or whatever the case may be. And Battlefield 2142 is very difficult in terms of the teamwork and the gunplay. Like, you really got to keep on your fucking toes if you don't want to die. 2 or 3 bullets is all it takes to kill anybody. And there's so much deadly equipment and vehicles that are very hard to counter unless you're a specific class. But I love it. And, and even in that game, which is technically harder than the newer games, I still argue that Battlefield in general is a very easy to play game. Like, it's weird for me to be really good at a game and then be like, oh, it's not a big deal, it's an easy game. Because usually I take pride in the fact that I'm good at something. Like, I'm not very good at many games, I'm not going to lie. There are like 3 or 4 games I'm actually very good at, and I can say, hey, I kick ass at this fucking game, don't fuck with me. But Battlefield's easily one of them. And yet, I think it's probably one of the easiest FPS games to play.
Yeah, there's...
For the sole purpose being that if you pick up a support or medic class, you can level up and you can get on the scoreboard without ever killing a single guy.
Yes.
That is both the greatest thing about Battlefield and the worst thing in my opinion. And I'm going to explain real quick. If you are an attentive player who is constantly helping his team and trying to keep everybody on the front lines, both either, healed up or supplied enough so they can continue fighting, good on you. You're doing a great fucking job. But at the same time, you get players who are just completely combat incapable and only play these classes because they know that they can point whore the fuck out of the games by just doing this one basic task of throwing a box down or stabbing a dude with a syringe. And that's fine too. You have players like me who are a mix of both. I'm not just a guy who point whores like that. I also play an objective. I do my role. You've seen me play. I can gunfight. I can play the game well. And I'm not trying to brag. I'm just being honest. You've seen me play. You played with me. You know I'm good. But my point is, you can have players though who don't give a shit and they're just there to point farm and point whore, and it's a problem because in Battlefield 1 especially, even in a game like Battlefield 1, which you'd figure maybe by now had figured this sort of thing out, they give you points for everything. If you heal a guy even a tiny bit, you get points. If you revive a guy, you get points. If you revive a teammate, or like a squad member, you get points. If you heal a guy for like half a second in your squad, you get points. If you revive a guy, then he dies, and then you immediately are able to revive him again, it sometimes happens, you can get points. So, like, you have this problem where people just get fucking points out the ass by abusing the revive and heal mechanics and abusing the fucking ammo mechanics. And I think the reason that BFB is trying this new route of like making it that you have to be more involved in the battle in order to do something. Like, for example, if someone throws down health, you can't just walk near it and get the health. You actually have to go and physically grab a health kit, like, out of it. Like, your character has to do a little animation.
Yes.
People are mad about that, but I think it's a fucking excellent idea because then you don't have people who are just running around spamming revive and heal and fucking up the whole game in one of 2 ways. You're either reviving people who are immediately fucking dying and it's ruining their fun, or you're creating a shit show situation in which 2 sides are just standing against each other and nobody's fucking staying dead. And everybody just keeps fucking coming back and fighting, and then the game ends and everybody's like been fighting on this one point the whole game. And it's like, those can be interesting, but they're also fucking really boring, especially if you're the losing team, because then you're just kind of like, I just want to push up and I can't. It's a problem, and I think that these new mechanics in BFV are really, really tailored towards the criticism that the franchise has gotten from people like me. Because, like I said, I love Battlefield. Like, it's probably my favorite franchise at this point, since Halo is a fucking mess. But so I really don't want them to ruin it. I want Battlefield to stay good. I don't want another fucking hardline, because I love this franchise. It's like the last FPS multiplayer franchise that I sit there and I go, I'm actually excited to fucking play this. So, I'm sitting here like, dude, I really hope this works out, and I can see the good in what they're trying to do, but it's gotta be done right. Yes. Because they've never done anything quite like this in a Battlefield game, which is both a good and bad thing, because we don't know if it'll fucking work, but we do know that they're trying to change things for the better, which that alone shows good intention on DICE's part. Because a lot of the times, especially in games like fucking Call of Duty, you don't see any attempt to make a change whatsoever, because they have a formula that works, and they're like, why the fuck should I change it? What do I care if the game's broken and unbalanced and everyone gets mad about the same shit every year? Never gonna fucking change that. Like, and Call of Duty has historically had a problem with SMG players pretty much since COD 4. You get a fucking SMG, you slap a suppressor on that baby, you get all the fucking stealth perks, and then you run around the map, and no one will ever kill you. I've done it in every fucking game, and it still works in Call of Duty World War II. And they have never, even once, attempted to fucking stop this shit. They've never made any perks that counter this. They've never nerfed the SMGs. They've never done a fucking thing. The most they've ever done is in-game, when the game is still alive, and they're actually updating it for like 8 months before they make their new one. They've thrown in some patches for certain guns, which is fine, or nerfs, whatever, but every fucking game does that. My point is, the core of the problem is the way the gunplay is, just makes it that SMGs are the best, and Call of Duty doesn't care. So when I see DICE look at the fact that battles become massive explosion shit shows in the middle of the match because of the medics and supports spamming their abilities, and they look at that and they go, maybe that's a fucking problem. That gives me hope for the franchise, because I'm like, this could be a really good change. I don't know.
Explosive
really
spam.
Sorry, you can tell I'm very excited.
I'm very excited too. My only fucking problem with it is am I gonna get it on PC or am I gonna get it on Xbox? That's my fucking main problem.
Get it on Xbox, my guy.
Yeah.
Also,
probably.
Need I remind you, PC Battlefield historically has more problems at launch than Xbox Battlefield.
Yes.
I'm sure you know this.
Battlefield 4.
You had problems with Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1, and let me tell you, Battlefield 1 was a fucking mess when it released on Xbox, but it worked. You told me you couldn't even fucking play the thing.
Yeah,
So
I mean, there was like hard drive problems. Like 100% hard drive, so there was massive lag spikes.
Yeah, I had that fucking problem.
But
you already know I had that problem when I got this fucking thing.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily because of Battlefield. So yeah, it was more like my problem than Battlefield's problem. It happens with Overwatch too. But the real problem is at each end of the game, it would crash. The screen would freeze and would crash. I'm not even kidding.
They had a glitch in Battlefield 1 sometime after they made their spring update, and like the Russian DLC was either out or on its way. I don't remember. It was either right before or right after the Russian DLC. They released an update, and I fucking kid you not. I kid you not. On the forum page where they post all the update information, they put like at the very bottom, this update provides general bug fixes and applications, and I'm like, oh, really, DICE? So I played the fucking game. And I'm not joking, the first thing that happened is I got into an operations match, and when the game ended, I was infinitely stuck on like this fucking screen that just said operations next game. So finally I tried to leave by hitting like the start button like you do on Xbox to like get the fuck out of a lobby.
Yeah.
And it put me into the next game. And I'm like, whoa, what? What the fuck? I tried leaving, and now it lets me in the game, and it was like halfway through because I'd been sitting there for like 5 minutes. So I'm in the game then. And at some point, I wanted to switch squads, so I pressed start, and it took me to the main menu, and I was out of the game. And this is a problem that apparently still exists.
Oh my god.
So apparently, if you play 2 operations matches in a row, the first one goes fine, the second one doesn't load, and then when it does load, if you press start during the match, you leave. I'm not fucking joking. This is a real thing. It's a fucking mess.
But I kind of saw like your video about like your gun shooting, but no hits registering too.
That's funny enough. That's probably one of my more popular videos. At
is
this
it
point.
fixed?
Fixed is a fucking stretch. It happens apparently on all platforms, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 4.
It didn't happen to me.
Yeah, you're fucking lucky. I don't know why.
Fortunately.
But, from what I heard, I get comments. Let me put it this way. I still get comments every single day. Every day, at least one guy goes to that video and comments, yeah, I still have this problem.
Oh my god.
So even though I don't see it anymore, people still do. But to be fair, I don't play Battlefield 1 every single day anymore because I can't.
I just can't.
I just can't. Both because I don't want to and because I'm too busy. But yeah, so apparently it's still a huge issue, even on fucking PC. So
yeah.
I don't fucking know. You can't really call it fixed, can you? Just because I don't have it.
There's never anything really fixed.
Yeah, but like generally speaking, I feel that Battlefield games run a little bit better on consoles. Maybe it's because the console is tailored itself specifically to do the one thing, playing games.
Yes.
Whereas on fucking PC, because EA and DICE don't know how to fucking optimize anything, they have to deal with the fact that your computer is different from everyone else's computer, and the fucking game can't handle it, so it tries to like end your existence. I don't fucking know, dude. It'll be a very long time before I even attempt to play any DICE games on a fucking computer, assuming I could even run them, because I don't want to deal with it. I'm just playing it fucking simple.
Yeah. I feel like they slowed down the gameplay with Battlefield 5, especially because of the vehicle speed. Weirdly, it makes me think about Bad Company 2. For real, it has kind of the same speed. It's really fucking slow. Also, there's exit animations. They added a lot of animations, actually. The revive animation, the exit animation of the vehicle, so you can't, like, pop out instantly. There's, like, the healing animation as you grab the ammo bag.
Actually,
That all slows down the gameplay, but the guns shoot more accurately, and you have less health.
Oh, you know, it's sounding like they really are trying to make this game more like an older Battlefield, because in 2142, going back to that for a second, that game, the weapons are laser accurate. Like, you can't miss. If you line up the shot, center screen, like center the sight, you're gonna hit them. You're not gonna miss. There's no such thing as like in Battlefield 1, you could line up a shot perfectly with some rifles or SMGs or LMGs, and when you pull the trigger, the bullet will just go to the side.
Yeah.
That does not ever happen in 2142. If you aim at a dude and you pull that trigger, he's a dead fucking man. Even the recoil doesn't affect the accuracy too much, because as long as the
Just
center
like-
of the screen
just
is
like-
still hitting that guy.
Have you seen that Rainbow Six update where they like made that every shot is at the center of your crosser all the time, and only the recoil of the gun actually like messes with your aim?
I think I did see that. Yeah, I've heard about that.
I hope it will be like this in Battlefield 5, because that's a great
That
system.
would be
to
really
me.
good. That would be really good. The only downside would be, my question is, does that work with hipfire as well? Because hipfire should be different. Hipfire
Yeah,
should just
hipfire
have to
should be
like
different.
a random spread type thing. Because hipfire is supposed to quite literally be just desperate fire. Like if you turn a corner and there's a guy and you're like, oh fuck, and you start shooting him out of. I do it all the time. I mean, you've seen me play.
Yes.
If I turn the corner and I got a big ass LMG, I'm not gonna waste my time aiming. I'm just gonna fucking unload on the dude because he's right there, you know. But the problem is, if it's laser accurate when you're hip firing, you don't hip fire to be accurate. You hip fire because you're in fucking panic. So my question is, the laser accurate shit better only be when you aim down sight. That's how it should be. In fact, based on what I'm hearing in terms of gameplay and speed and vehicle speed and all that from you and other people, it sounds like they're quite literally just trying to make Battlefield Bad Company World War II. Because
Yeah,
In Bad
it
Company
gave me that
2,
impression.
in Bad Company 2, weapons were fucking laser accurate when you zoomed in, but when you hip fired, well, actually, hip fire in Bad Company 2 was incredibly accurate, but it wasn't like laser accurate. It was just very tight. The spread was very tight and realistic. Like, when you hip fire, the crosshairs weren't like this fucking massive thing. They were like this big. It was like a little tiny hip fire crosshair. And yeah, it wasn't accurate, but if a dude was 4 feet away from you and you line this up in the center of his body, he will die. You will get that hip fire kill. And that's good, because so many fucking games have this misconception of hip fire being this worthless fucking piece of shit afterthought that doesn't do anything. Like almost every game I've ever played that has hip fire, other than Halo and Bad Company 2, it is literally worthless. Call of Duty is easily the biggest offender of this, because if you try to hip fire a dude in Call of Duty, you're a fucking idiot. There's no point. Even in the faster games that are fucking lightning quick, you still need to aim down sight every 5 seconds, and it slows down the gameplay, but in an artificial shit way that just makes you feel like every time you shoot, you fucking become crippled for a second. Like, you give me a game where I can run on the fucking walls, and then you tell me I gotta stop and aim to shoot again. Fuck off. Give me good hip fire. Just do the Halo route. You know, like, Halo has always had amazing hip fire because it's supposed to be, because the Spartans are, like, super fucking advanced, and they aim with their scopes and their visors, which is, like, instead of a crosshair, which is cool. And it makes sense for the game, but I don't care if it's fucking realistic or not. That's not even realistic. I just fucking hip fire and make it work. So many fucking games don't understand that. It pisses me the fuck off, dude.
Yes.
Like, really. Like, I think one of the worst offenders, like I said, is Call of Duty, but one of the other big ones for me was fucking, what the fuck was it? There was one game I played a lot that really pissed me off with the hip fire being so fucking worthless. I think it was actually Rainbow Six Siege, which, to be fair, yeah, maybe it should be, because it's like a fucking realistic game, I guess. But like if I was like, there were instances in which I was like a foot away from a dude, and I'm hip firing with this fucking assault rifle, and I'm missing every shot. I'm like, how the fuck am I missing? I have a fucking 4x scope on my sight. The guy's in front of me. I'm not gonna zoom in. That's suicide. I'll never see him. I'm gonna zoom past him, and he's gonna kill me. You know, like, so. For any game that wants to put you in, basically, in my opinion, this is how it should work. If the game regularly puts you in close quarters combat situations, aka 20 feet or less in terms of distance from your enemy, hipfire should be viable, because you're going to need it. There are going to be so many situations where we're going to need it. Battlefield 1 has good hipfire on some of the guns. Actually, on a lot of the guns. Some of the LMGs have stupid good hipfire, but some of them are ass. Also, all the SMGs have relatively good hipfire, but the best is probably all the trench variants, especially the automatical. Holy fucking shit. You could just walk into a building and just fucking...
I remember that gun.
It's fucking horseshit. They nerfed the shit out of it, and it's still busted. I can still run around and never zoom in and get kills. It's stupid. It's actually stupid. But I don't need something like that insane. Don't get me wrong, but like... If you ever played Bad Company 2 and hit fired a guy to death, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because it's useful, but it's not absurd. You don't feel like you're breaking the fucking game by doing it. You're not going to hit fire a dude on the roof. You're going to hit fire a dude who's like a couple feet away from you, standing in a doorway, because it's advantageous. It's advantageous, as excuse me, to not zoom in when the dude pops around a corner, because you save time and you get the first shot. But you know, and the game doesn't punish you for it. I guess we'll see. I really do hope hipfire is good in Battlefield B, because that's something I want for the series again. I want to just be able to shoot a dude from 3 feet away without zooming in and not feel like I'm fucking retarded for trying to do that. Like, because so many games make me feel like, idiot, you didn't aim down sight when you some kind of casual. Like, it's so stupid. Like, come on, dude.
Oh my god. Yes.
I'm sorry, go on. I'm gonna let you talk. I just rambled about fucking hipfire for 4 minutes.
Do you remember when Battlefield 4 had a beta? And do you remember when Battlefield 4 had a beta? And actually, we played with my friends on Xbox 360, and the beta ran better than the game. But that's not my point. That's not my point. It's funny, but it's not my point. Do you remember? I swear, the beta ran better than the game.
I fucking played it, and then when I played the real game, I'm like, what is this? What happened? Because there was only 2 maps. It just ran better because there was less stuff.
And do you remember?
Get this shit together, bro. Holy fuck.
At that beta, there was like, they wanted to do the ammo system. Like really realistic. Like if you throw your ammo, if you don't shoot all your ammo in your magazine, you throw that ammo away instead of like magically teleporting back.
Like that.
Yeah, it was cool, but then people thought it was a bug, so they like made it. So they made it like other Battlefield games after that.
They thought it was a bug.
Yeah.
Did they not explain that was a thing?
No, like I remember watching level cap videos and Matimio videos, and they were like, I hope they really fix that ammo bug. I was like, this is the game! This is the game! And like...
This is why I'm always saying that I don't like big Battlefield YouTubers.
Yes.
I feel like there's a very fine line they walk. They're either fucking stupid and people listen to them for advice, or they're so full of themselves, like with this whole mentality of, I'm good at Battlefield, so you gotta listen to me when I say something's broken, it's broken. I have 5,000 hours on Battlefield Bad Company 2. Like, they're all like that. And, like, so, my problem is then when you get these idiots and you tell them, you're in charge, fucko, which is basically what DICE does with these guys. They tell them, hey, whatever you want in a battle... At this fucking point, Battlefield YouTubers make Battlefield games. DICE just does whatever they want, which, I mean, is okay, because it's turning out okay so far, it seems, but... My problem with it is if you give them this ability, you get stupid shit like that, where someone's going to look at something that's a feature and just go, hope that bug gets fixed. Oh god, I don't like level
hope that bugs get fixed, and then DICE are like, oh shit. They're
like, would this please come we must release our Lord Level Cap, for he has more knowledge of the game than anyone. Like Level Cap doesn't actually have an arrogant personality, but I feel like there's just this atmosphere around his channel by his community that it's like good at Battlefield equals mad pussy or something, because it's like I don't fucking know what it is, but everybody who's like good at Battlefield and makes videos giving like advice about weapons and shit, I always feel like they just have this air of arrogance about them, not them themselves, just their channel, where it's kind of like this elite thing to be good at Battlefield, and I'm like, it's really fucking not. I'm good at Battlefield, and I've never made one video about me being good at Battlefield. All my videos are about me being a fucking asshole at Battlefield. I'm probably just as good as Level Cap, maybe even better at some classes, and yet you don't see me going, hey guys, what's up? This is Level Cap here. Today I'm going to explain to you why the Ace-23 is the single best weapon ever created by man. I have determined this because it's 37 rounds in the assault rifle magazine, and that has the perfect radius accuracy, and there's no recoil whatsoever, and if you put this, and this on the gun, it'll never recoil ever. It's fucking great. Sorry. Recollect myself for a minute. But that shit pisses me off, because that's exactly what I expect from the Battlefield, the big YouTuber community of Battlefield. They see something and they don't understand it, and they're like, "Nice, get rid of this shit." Like, it's just, I'm surprised.
But my point is actually, I kind of like that system. They're not gonna do that for Battlefield 5, but they are gonna limit the ammo capacity you have to way less ammunition than like any other games before. So on one side we have health that doesn't regenerate, so makes Mythic really powerful, and on the other side we have ammo that you don't have a lot, which makes support useful. And then on another side we have
the support and Mythic the most useful classes, even though they already are.
I feel like every class is gonna have like a really powerful gadget.
Yeah, I actually really do love the fact that only recons can spot now. I think that's fucking genius.
Yeah, because I wanted that for Battlefield 4.
For the longest time, recons have felt like this class that you pick if you're just retarded or something. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm being honest. Like, when you see a recon in your squad, if you're a player who doesn't play recon, you immediately go, oh, this guy probably sucks. Because honestly, there are two types of recon players. Recon players who are snipers who also play the objective, which is rare, or the guy who just fucking snipes and does nothing. Now that recons are the only players who have spotting, you'll look at a recon in a different light. You'll be like, okay, this guy's going to be our fucking intel guy.
Yeah.
And you at least hope that that's their role. The only problem is due to the historical, due to like the history and the track record of DICE in terms of what recon players do in these games, people might come into the game and play it like it's Battlefield 1, which will probably be a fucking problem I'm going to have to deal with for the first 3 months of the game and get very upset until people learn how to play recon in that game. But I'm pretty fucking excited for it. You know what's interesting about the ammo thing to me is that every game only starts you with like 3 or 4 spare clips to begin with, which in a big battle is not a lot. Like, unless you have an LMG, you're going to go through all that extra ammo really quickly. So what is interesting is I think you might actually get situations where you have like an MP40 and you have like a total of 80 rounds. So like you have like, what is 80 rounds for an MP40? Is that 2 clips? Yeah, that's like 2 clips. So, you know, you figure, I think every class other than the support is going to have a difficult time fighting in long drawn out gun battles, which is actually great. Because I've always felt, in general, the support class is supposed to be the class that's the best at, like, fighting a very long, drawn-out battle. Because they have an LMG with a lot of ammo, and they have an infinite supply of said ammo. So it would only make sense, and it usually does play out like this, that if you're in a mid to long-range gunfight against a guy with an LMG, and you have, like, an SMG and no support, you're going to either run away or lose, because that's just how the LMG should work. And that's great, but at the same time, you might get situations where if nobody's playing support, everybody in your squad's like, shit, we have no fucking ammo. What do we do now? You have to run all the way back to the resupply lockers. And let's assume they're not only at the fucking deployment, which I really hope that's not the case. If they might do something where maybe it's just one resupply locker.
Well, apparently, I think there's going to be multiple, like, scattered around the map.
What I was thinking is the resupply lockers might work like the TF2 spawn lockers. If you know, you played TF2 with me, so you know how But the only difference being that because your front line moves up as you advance in the map, like the more territories you control, what if the resupply locker is just located at, let's say the maps are very linear like they are in Battlefield 1, which I kind of hope they aren't, but let's assume they are. And let's say like the teams are like kind of playing a game of tug of war like they do in all the maps on BF1. Your resupply locker will be located at the foremost like capture point.
Yes.
Is what I think, at least, if that's how it works. Which would be cool. Because it wouldn't slow down the gunplay, it wouldn't make you have to go run around looking for one. You could just spawn in, you're at the deployment, you turn around, the locker's there if you fucking need it. That could also fuck everything up like it does sometimes in TF2 where two teams are just endlessly fighting without ever fucking dying and running out of ammo. But we'll see. Again,
We'll see.
This is all a big experiment. The whole game's a big experiment, so we'll see what happens.
There's a lot of like experimentation with mechanics. The next point is fortifications. I think like how like Jack Frag described it, it was kind of gimmicky but useful, especially at early matches. I don't know how it's gonna play out, but I really think if you capture a point, it's gonna be very useful, especially if there's destruction.
I was thinking it might be like a kind of like a streamlined version of like what Rainbow Six Siege has.
Yes.
Even though Rainbow Six Siege's building is really pretty fucking basic too, except for character abilities. Because in Siege you can board up windows. Wait, no, or they come pre-boarded. I don't remember.
Yeah. You can board up windows.
You can board up windows. You can fortify walls to make them harder to break down without explosives. And you can, as certain characters, put up metal doors and metal walls and traps
Shields,
and
barbed wires.
shields and windows and yeah, and all those things are really cool. So what I was thinking is, what if that's just what Battlefield V will be in terms of the fortifications? If it's just like it's kind of like Siege, except on a bigger map and a bit more streamlined, so that every character can do it effectively.
Yes.
Which is fine. I'm actually cool with that. As long as it doesn't like break the gameplay or slow everything down to a fucking halt, where you have like 5 minutes in the middle of a match where everybody stops fighting to just build shit. that would be stupid. Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine?
But I think
That'd
what's
be
gonna be
great.
useful for is just arriving at a like maybe empty point, a flank point, and then building so you prepare the enemy is gonna come to try and take that point back, but you
I
build.
think that'll be also really useful and just fucking epic to like be preparing, and then you see like German tanks rolling in, and you're like, everybody's like lining up.
Jocab!
You see, like, I can imagine me and you playing already, and I'm like, Jocab, prepare to do. So I'm like, I set up my MG42, and I'm like, you Nazi son of bitches! It's gonna be great. I'm so fucking excited for it, dude.
It's gonna be amazing.
I think the new fortification system will make operations actually fun, because contrary to popular belief, in my opinion, I think operations is not fun at all. I think it's fun if you like looking at explosions, but not if you like playing video games, because I think operations generally just boils down to a fucking mess in which one team gets punished for winning, and then the enemy team gets a giant fucking grade boss super weapon that blows up the whole map, and then the other team gets pushed back to their last objective, which is usually inside some really hard to fucking get into building that has multiple choke points and like one door, and everybody funnels into the one fucking door and dies for 30 minutes while the other team gets a million kills or continues to die as well. And this goes on until the game ends, and the whole time you just sit there kind of like developing PTSD because everything's blowing up and people are dying, and you basically like
You can't do
Operations
anything.
gameplay just feels like the fucking Normandy invasion scene in Saving Private Ryan. You just feel like you can't do anything. You feel like the whole fucking scene is just playing out before you. And I mean, maybe that's what they were going for, try to make you feel like a helpless soldier, but it's not fun.
It's not fun.
Not fun. You're just sitting there and you're kind of like, God, I actually would probably have more fun invading Normandy. Like, yeah, everybody would be actually dying, but at least
I'd probably have more fun being on the beach right now.
I have more fun getting shot at by the Germans for real. What is this shit? Like, cause you're just sitting there watching everything blow up, and everything's all epic. And it's got the fucking battlefield music, and it's like you got the fucking British announcer like, we've lost our objective, and it's just like, it's so fucking dumb, and I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck is what the fuck is going on? What the
And that
fuck is
music
going
lasts
on?
for
I
like
don't know what I'm
45
playing.
minutes.
Yeah, and the music is lasting for like 2 minutes just because you're down to the last objective, even though the enemy is nowhere near capturing it. And the music's just like, and the fucking whole team's just like dying to explosions, and there's a Zeppelin, and no one can fucking kill it, so we can't even go outside to look at it. And it's just a mess. And I'm just sitting here like, this is fun. People play this instead of Conquest. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I get upset because I'm like, I don't understand. Like, it's fun and it was cool to look at, and it was fun for the first like month the game was out, and then I got really sick of it, and I'm like, this is fucking awful. And I think DICE knew that everyone hated it because around the Russian DLC they added a new gimmick to the game in which if you play specific operations that they designate as the hot ones or whatever it was called, the operation campaigns, in which basically when I first heard that I was like, yo, they added new war stories, maybe I'll check them out. No, all they did was make it that now if you play specific operations for like fucking a combined total of 7 hours, you get a single battle pack. That's
Okay.
that's about it.
One?
And it's just no, I'm not kidding. If you play Battlefield 1 right now, you're gonna probably get a massive update, and then it's gonna tell you all the new shit that you missed. And one of the things is gonna be operation campaigns, in which is essentially every like week they give you 2 operations that are somehow related to one another. I guess because it follows the story of like the same army, I guess. And you have to you have to get a certain amount of score in both of these operations in that time. And then when you do that, you get a battle pack, and then you can do it again if you still have time. But once you do it one time, you're just gonna be like, they just disguised an XP grind as a loot box.
Oh my god.
It's really bad. And you know what the best part is? The thing about the problem with this is the fact that nothing about the operation actually changes when they designate an operation as part of their campaign. Maybe they'd be like, hey, maybe we'll do reduced ticket count, make it harder, make it more challenging. Maybe we'll give the attackers a harder time by giving them less tickets, so they have to actually put the pressure on, or something. Do anything to change it up and make things happen instead of everyone just sitting there dying for 30 minutes. But no, it's just the campaign, but now you got a loot box for playing it. And it's terrible because I'm just like, this is just operations. And that's it. It's just operations. And operations is not fucking fun. I don't have fun with it at all.
There's a lot of problems with game modes in Battlefield 1.
I think
some of
Battlefield
these
has been
problems are like linked to the behemoths. The behemoths, I think, were a huge mistake.
They
were a huge
the
mistake.
behemoths and the elite classes, in my opinion, are one of the main things in Battlefield 1 that could disappear and make the game immediately better. I think rewarding players for happening to walk by a specific spot on the map or you're losing is idiotic. A lot of people have argued with my idea that elite classes are stupid by saying that there were weapon pickups in Battlefield 4, but I'm going to say the same thing I said then. Weapon pickups in Battlefield 4 don't affect your maximum health.
Yes.
They're totally balanced. You arguing that weapon pickups are just like elite classes is moronic, because by that logic, then the fact that I'm an engineer with a rocket launcher means I now am considered an elite class, because I have the ability to one-shot you, but my health is still the same. So what the fuck? I'm still just a guy. That's what was good about Battlefield 4's pickups, was you could pick up a USAS 12 with exploding rounds that could take down a fucking jet, and you could still get down that guy just as quick as an asshole at an M16. And I liked it. That was fine. I wanted them to keep that system
It's
in.
an opportunity, but it doesn't ruin.
Yeah, because you would have those intense moments where you're running through a building and so fuck, there's like 4 guys chasing me, and then you see a fucking grenade launcher and you're like, this changes everything. You grab it and you save your ass. But those 4 guys chasing you still had every opportunity to kill you. You had the same amount of health. The only thing that changed was your weapon, and that's fine. I mean, and people argue, oh, well, that's unbalanced because they can't have known that you had, like, if you pick it up on a dime. And I'm like, yeah, but people also can't fucking know you picked up an elite class. All the game tells you is that there's one nearby, which could mean 50 meters away or a fucking across the map, apparently. So then when someone picks it up, you don't know. It doesn't tell you an enemy has picked it up or a teammate has picked it up. All it says is there's one nearby. You see it on the map, it disappears when someone picks it up, and you have no idea who the fuck has it. Then you see the guy, and your options are, if you're fucking 2 feet away, bayonet charge or melee him. If you're a mile away, try to shoot him unless he's a tank hunter. And regardless of what distance you're at, they still basically win almost every time unless you're in a tank. Because all the elite classes have some sort of long-range capability and some sort of incredibly overpowered, fucking retarded, up-close way to kill you. The Trench Raider is built on the idea of close quarters, broken-ass, unfun combat. I think I told you even in the last podcast that fucking guy can heal himself and one-hit people from the front with his melee weapon. What the fuck? That doesn't even normal soldiers can't hit a one-hit kill in the front. Why the fuck should he? What's so special about him? That he has a fucking club that has spikes on it? So do I when I suppose my night class. I have a fucking spike club. That's not special. That's just a weapon. By that fucking logic, if I melee this shithead from the front,
Is it like a DLC pickup class?
Yeah, it's in the French DLC. It's called the Trench Raider. It's just this fucking dude who runs at 1,000,000 miles an hour, has like an unlimited supply of smoke grenades, can run around and just one-hit melee dudes. He has a revolver that's a one-shot headshot or a two-shot body shot, even if you hit him in the leg. And he also carries a health kit. Not the little fucking bag that can be interrupted. No, the big box. The one that can heal everybody. So let's say you have a Trench Raider on your team and a flamethrower. That's an unstoppable combination, basically, up close. Because if you get anywhere near them, they're either going to burn you to death or melee you, and it's fucking busted. And DICE didn't seem to think about this at all. They were just like, hey, let's get them fucking casuals into our game. Come on, Infinite Warfare sucked. You saw the trailer. Come play our piece of shit. And it was just...
You saw the trailer.
It's so fucking stupid. Like, DICE has had such an identity crisis with the Battlefield franchise in the last couple of years, in my opinion, and I think Battlefield 1 is the ultimate like climax of this identity crisis, where they're kind of like, we don't really know if we want to appeal to our fans or we just want to make a lot of money. I think it's probably a conflict with EA, if anything, but like, I just think it's stupid because it's like they just keep trying new things that I could tell you before they came out they wouldn't work. When I heard about the elite class system and the behemoths at like E3. What was it, like 2016? Damn, that was a while ago. When the game was coming out, I was kind of like even skeptical. I'm like, what is this shit? What do you mean giant vehicles? Like, what are they, bosses? Are they player controlled? How the fuck are they not going to be broken? And I'm like, and then I hear about like armored units that have more health, and like they mentioned the Sentry class being like, they called it at E3 something like a knight with a gun or something, and I'm like, wait, so that guy clad in metal takes more shots to kill? How many more? Like, what is it, 2 times enemy, 2 times normal health, 3 times, 4 times? How fucked are we talking here? Because that could be a very different situation depending on how much bullets this guy can eat. You know, like, so, I don't know, dude. I feel like DICE needs to just stick to what works and make innovations that make sense for the franchise, like they seem to be doing with Battlefield 5, where it's like the things they're doing don't feel like they're going to be moronic and just ruin the game. They feel like they're done with the mindset of, we want to make the game more immersive and more intense, rather than just, we want to draw in more casuals to make an extra $60 per 5-year-old. Like, that's my hope, at least. Yeah. You know, I love DICE, and I love what they do, so I do really hope this game turns out great. I want to play it for a long time. I want to enjoy this one.
Yes. Definitely looks very promising for Battlefield 5. That's pretty much what I wanted to talk about for Battlefield 5. There's still a lot of things to talk about, but it's pretty much related to E3. Mm-hmm. All the conferences. The first one is EA, and I feel like EA's conference.
Mobile. I already know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I said mobile, and the first one is EA, and just I feel like there's so much shit that just was like pushed down our throat.
Hey guys, this is Andrew EA here, and today we're gonna show you a really cool game get on our phone.
Like, they show nothing. They show nothing of Battlefield 5. Like, they just announced that there was Battle Royale.
Computers just falling down and driving around, and they're like,
yeah, and the only 2 other games that were like interesting to me were the 2 like indie games. The indie games that they funded, Unravel 2 and Sea of Solitude.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know. I mean, there's a big meme going around that indie games are the few that they're gonna overtake AAA. But I think that, yeah, people show much of a more of an interest in indie games these days because of one reason. Indie games are done by single people or small teams generally that like want to make something memorable, whereas AAA games are made to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I think just the idea that like the fact that EA's indie section drew more hype than all the shit they pump their money into,
Because I feel like
it just says a lot. It
AAA
says a lot about them as a company.
AAA titles are just like, oh, we failed this time, let's try it next year.
Yeah.
But an indie
Yeah,
game
exactly.
can do that.
Yeah, exactly. They got one shot to show it off.
Yeah.
And that's the point. That's good because it promotes creativity. And
Oh,
indie game, technically, even though it was backed by Microsoft eventually, it started off as just like a couple guys. And then they showed the demo at like E3 in 2013, I think. And everybody bitched because it was just like 8 boss battles.
goddamn, it lags.
Let's make the game we want to make. Let's add the running guns. Let's add more bosses. Let's add more shit. And they made the new game, and then it was fucking magnifique. It was fucking beautiful. Cuphead is one of the best games I've ever played in terms of not just indie games. It's one of the best games I've played probably in 10 fucking years. It made me feel like a kid again, and also like an angry adult because the game is hard, but it's also charming. I love it. That's a discussion.
That's
for
a
another day, but
point
it's great.
from Microsoft's conference.
Yeah, it's
the
it's
Cuphead
great.
DLC.
Cuphead is. I can't wait for that DLC. I really fucking can't wait.
But
I gotta
yeah.
get my Cuphead video out.
Yeah.
Come on.
There was a lot of stuff that they just throw in at our faces, but we didn't care
The
about it.
fucking mobile stuff felt like I was like, why the fuck should I care?
Yeah, Drifter.
I was like-
I watched Drifter. It's a Call of Duty YouTuber, and he makes like philosophical videos, which are pretty interesting. And he made a video about.
Fun.
He made a video. Oh man, it's lagging. Goddamn! I hope it
I
stops.
saw the I saw it. Sorry.
Yeah, he made a video about like mobile games being shown in the E3, and he was like, mainstream gamers in general don't want
care.
mobile games at all in E3.
Yeah. If you go like if you take a guy like me or you who plays thousands of hours of games like every fucking month, you can't show us a mobile game. We're just gonna be like, is this E3 or is this a
And
fucking?
have you realized
is this
that
some kind
like
of fucking joke?
when
Like, what is this?
when they announced like when they invited the 2 pro players on stage, there was like pretty claps.
It was so awkward. There's please clap moments, dude. It was incredible. My favorite thing from the EA thing was the FIFA 19. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've seen the clip where it's just like the guys are like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have everybody,"
And he shakes his hand, but he doesn't.
and nobody says anything. And then they're like, "And the best part is you can download the game right now and play the demo." And you hear nothing, and then just like one guy just goes, "Woo!" in the back, and that's it. I was sitting there, I was like wheezing from how far I was watching them. I'm like, "What is this shit?" I'm like, "No one cares. It's a Battlefield. No one fucking cares about FIFA. Jesus Christ." Now I know there are people who care about FIFA. My point is,
Yeah.
people who play FIFA aren't there to listen to this fat piece of shit talk to them about marketing decisions. They want to see the game, if anything, you know? Like, that's what E3 is for, seeing the game. It's not for you to market things to us like an asshole. E3 is supposed to be a game showcase where you show the fucking product so we can look at it and be like,
Yes.
I want to buy that. No, it's not where you sit there and go explain to us for fucking 15 minutes why a mobile game is going to be a new generation of fucking RTS games when it's actually not because it's garbage. Like, no one's going to fucking... I don't play RTS games because I'm not smart, all right? I'm not a very highly intelligent individual who can fucking strategize and all that shit. My buddy Will can strategize like a fucking pro. He plays RTS games a lot, and he's really good at them. But I can tell you this for certain. Well, a guy like Will, who plays fucking 800 hours of fucking whatever the fuck it's called, Hearts of Iron 4, he's not gonna fucking switch to fucking some mobile shit for his RTS fix. He's not gonna fucking play a mobile RTS game as his primary RTS experience because he's not fucking retarded. Like, in all honesty, it's like marketed towards people who are too stupid for RTS games. It's marketed towards a guy like me, but the problem is I actually play real video games.
I feel like
I don't fucking care about phone games.
mobile games are like so much more casual than like I understand that there's a lot of casual people that play Battlefield or Call of Duty or what we play, but
Yeah.
like mobile games are like more than
problem
that,
with
more
mobile
casual
games
than
is
that. Like
they're
who
like-
plays like maybe PUBG Mobile as their primary game? Like
The
who
only
does
time
that?
mobile games, in my opinion, the only mobile games are generally just for people while they're on the go.
Yeah.
Even people who like games can play mobile games, and there's nothing wrong with that. I fuck Pokemon Go. You can make fun of me all you want. I think it's fun. All right. Like I used to hate it before I knew what it was, and then I played, and I'm like, okay, this is actually kind of fun. It's a good game to play and get some fucking exercise. But I'm not gonna sit here at 8:30 at night after a long day at work and go, gee, I'm gonna go play some Pokemon Go. No, I'm gonna get on my Xbox or my PC and I'm gonna play some Left 4 Dead 2. I'm gonna play some fucking PUBG. I'm gonna play some Battlefield, some Halo. You know, I'm not gonna fucking play my phone in the middle of the night by myself as a gaming experience. No one does that. And the fact that EA doesn't seem to understand that no one does that is probably gonna mean this game is already dead in the water. Because, like I said, you don't go to E3 with a mobile game and try to go to actual people who, you know, actual gamers and go, want to play this shit? No, because we probably fucking don't. We probably want to see actual games that have had, you know, like, real thought put into them and aren't just there to sell more loot boxes because now you can't sell them in your big games, so you gotta do it somehow, right, fella? Fucking Andrew Wilson is such a massive fucking cuck. Like, I could probably get away with fucking his wife. I hate that guy. But anyway,
You get his wife in a loot box.
That's amazing. Oh shit, that's good. But no,
yeah,
I think it was a joke.
I'm gonna restart my camera real quick. We're back. For hey, so yeah,
Should I
the
have
two
more
games that
time
really
to
interested me.
Go on, sorry. No, we're good, go.
The two games that really interested me for the EA conference is really Sea of Solitude and Unravel 2. I love how they brought co-op to Unravel 2, and the two things that really like the punch for me for Unravel is really the co-op and the fact that it was released the same day that they show it at E3. That's amazing to me.
Oh, that reminds me of the thing I want to talk about, but we don't have a lot of time, so we can. Because I want to talk about my Prime DLC.
And the sports game. I didn't mean sports game. I mean Sea of Solitude was really like it was
I'm
cute.
like, what's the sports game? FIFA? We already talked about.
I'm not talking about that. Fuck that. Sea of Solitude looked really like cinematic and like a really cool,
It
good
reminds
looking.
me of Shadow of the Colossus.
Yes.
That's what a lot of people I think have been saying.
And it was
because
cute too.
It reminds me of that brooding, like, what the fuck happened to this world atmosphere that Shadow of
Yes.
the Colossus has, where you see these big monsters and you're like, what are they? Why do they exist? And also, yeah, the main character is kind of cute for like a girl who's quite literally just a furry. It's cute. It's a cute main character. You know, they got that going for them. It's good. It's good to see some creatively driven stuff at E3 because most of it's just iterations of the same franchises or just cash in bullshit. So it's nice to see something that's kind of fresh.
Yes.
I'm looking. I hope it comes out for Xbox because I want to play it. Honestly.
The woman who presented the game was like German, had trouble with speaking, and she was so nervous. It was funny.
Yeah, dude, you can kind of. It was actually kind of like I don't want to. Cute, like the way that she seems so nervous and like about presenting her game.
Yes.
Because it showed a genuine, like it resonated with me because that's how I feel about like say like YouTube and stuff. Or when I make something new.
Yeah, you're so excited to show people.
You're excited to show people it, but you're also afraid. I'm like, oh man, I hope this is. I wonder how people will receive this. I wonder how people will like it. And I felt like almost like a connection with seeing her speak. I'm like, oh shit. You know, I understand that feeling, you know, putting so much time and effort into something that you think is good and you want people to like it, and you're not sure if they will. You know, that's a real, that hit me. I'm like, damn, yo, I kind of want to play this now, just on that alone. You know, because I could see that her effort went into this, and like she told like her life story and shit. It was really heartfelt. I actually liked it. I actually thought it was pretty wholesome. Like, not even.
It was really cute. It was very cute.
I'm pretty excited, maybe a little too excited.
I'm not even trying to be edgy and try to be like, oh yeah, that's cute. Like I'm being honest. Like I actually thought that was really good. That was really fucking cute. But shall we move on to the Microsoft?
Yes. The next thing is the Microsoft conference. The Cuphead.
I'm so so fucking hyped for this shit because there's not even gameplay. There's not even gameplay, and I'm excited. 2 new character designs in a fucking cinematic trailer all on its own. New music, everything. The presentation of the trailer was just good. It was just fucking cartoons of Cuphead and Mugman dancing with dirt faces, and I'm already excited. And I'm like, this is great, dude. I'm calling it now. The Salt Chef Baker is gonna be the fucking last boss in the DLC. He looks too friendly. He looks like the devil in King Dice did in all the trailers for the original game. And you're like, oh, that's cute. They're probably gonna be really fucking evil. Salt Chef Baker is confirmed. Cuphead DLC final boss. I'm calling it now. And when I'm right, I'm probably gonna put this clip in my fucking video about me kicking his ass. Guarantee you. But no, I'm hyped for this shit. I'm very hyped.
I found it funny that the new characters how do you say that?
Oh, a chalice?
A chalice, yes. But it's a swear word. It's a swear word in here where I live. So I found it really funny.
Jocab told me in private one day when we were talking about this, like right after the conference, that he was like, chalice is a swear word in Canada. And I'm just sitting here like, what? And he
In Quebec,
me,
in Canada,
they're
not gonna understand it.
Quebec, yeah. And then he's like, and like, so what? People just walk around there yelling like, fucking chalice. He's like, yeah, basically. And I'm like, oh my god, what is this shit?
Yeah.
I can't wait to go there one day.
What I really want from Cuphead is the co-op, the online co-op.
I know you want the online co-op.
I just
really
want the online co-op.
I really hope they do add it though. I really hope they add it. They have a whole new character selecting being added as well. Because now that I think about it, excuse me, the only way you can play Mugman is if you had 2 players, and one of them, and let's say you just want to do like Mugman solo, you can't do that because your first player has to die, and then the fight is twice as hard because now you only, because like, I don't know if you know this, but in Cuphead, if you play co-op, the enemies, all the bosses get like more health. They get like double health to make up for the 2 people shooting at them. So the game isn't actually like easier. It's actually, if anything, it's actually harder. Because then if one person fucks up, the last person alive now has to deal with the boss all on their own. In fact, bosses that I was stuck on when playing co-op with my brother, I beat by myself in a couple tries. One of the main ones that I had a hard time with him with was the fucking clown, because I think the clown is just one of those bosses where there's just so much shit on screen that it's just like I can't focus on where I am because there's 2 of us jumping around and I lose track of where we are and all the chaos.
Yeah.
So when I played the clown boss for myself, I beat him in like 3 tries, and I'm like, damn, the game is actually easier by yourself. Playing co-op is more of a fucking challenge than playing alone. But I really do want the co-op online because I want to play the game with you.
Yeah, definitely. It's the only thing that prevented me from buying the game.
I know.
Literally.
I know. I can't even talk about the fucking spoilers with you because
I won the game.
Watch my Cuphead video when I make it though, dude. There's gonna be spoilers. It's gonna be good. I wrote the script. I'm very excited for this.
Yes, like I won the game. I know it's amazing. I know it's one of the best games ever made. But like, if I want to play with you, there's no fucking way I can do that. It's impossible.
Don't joke. What are you, bad at games or something? Just buy the game and beat it by yourself.
Yeah, but yeah.
I actually haven't beaten it yet.
You haven't beaten it
I'm
yet?
still stuck in the 3rd world. I'm stuck on the fucking honeybee boss. There's like 4 worlds, and I'm stuck on World 3. World 4 is just the ending, though. World 4 is just the last, like, 3 boss fights. And World 3 is like 7. Like, the first world has 5. The second world has, like, I think 5 as well. Yeah. And then World 3, I think, has like 7 or 8 boss battles.
And then people get stuck in the tutorial.
Fucking idiots. I want to go into the 3rd world. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I played it every single day since its release. I would have definitely beaten it if I had done that. But, like, every time I go back to it, I remember why I get frustrated and stuff. Because these bosses are hard, dude. And it's not just that. I'm just really bad at platforming. So I'm having a hard time because I'm, like, fighting the fact that I suck as well as I'm fighting the boss. It's like a double... It's like a 2-pronged attack. I'm just kind of like, shit. I gotta fight my own lack of skill. And I gotta fight this fucking honeybee who turns into a fucking airplane. It's a good game, dude. I like it a lot.
I have no doubts. I was so interesting. I'm so interested by it. But it's...
I'm one of those people that bought the game because of its art style and then realized how hard, like, I got baited. Because I think the developers actually, I think they said they wanted to make the game look cute and like it was for kids and make it crushingly hard so that when people who are like really casual pick it up and play it, they get fucking destroyed. And they're like, they underestimate the game because it looks so cute. And I'm like, shit, I'm literally that guy. I got the game. I'm like, oh, look at this. It's like a cute little Mario game or something. And then I played it and I'm like, What the fuck is this? Killed by like fucking flowers and shit. I'm getting really mad.
I'm gonna have to stop the recording for a second. I'm gonna call. So the next thing is Crackdown 3, which
Still delayed, baby.
still delayed. Which to be quite honest, I am losing interest in the more it gets delayed, because they kind of announced it. You remember how much time it took before the Division released when they announced it? That's the same thing, except Crackdown 3 is just... It's not even as interesting as the Division to me.
Well, to you. To me personally, Crackdown 1 and 2 were probably two of the better Xbox games that Xbox had on 360. I think Crackdown 2 was probably one of the best games on the platform at the time. Because at that time, it was really fucking interesting and fun to play this open world that was really different from most of your open world games, which at the time there weren't many of, other than like your traditional Grand Theft Auto type stuff, and Saints Row I think began to like become a thing back then. And it was cool because it had a cool concept: hunt down these terrorists in any order you want, depending on like the trees and stuff you go down and like how you build your character. Things will become easier to do or harder to do. Like you could be a more stealthy character, or you could just be more agile and jump across fucking buildings, or you could like just be a tank who could just absorb and eat bullets and run through everything and barricade through buildings. And it was crazy. And it was really over the top, just action-packed fun. It was just dumb fun. And that's what was fun about it. That's what was great about it, is that it didn't really need this deep, intense story or anything. It was just one of those games that comes out, has this really fun gameplay and pretty loose story, but because the gameplay was so solid and fun, you were just like, this is fucking great. You know,
I haven't really played any other Crackdown games, so I don't know what it is.
Both the first two. That's why I like them a lot. And I was excited for Crackdown 3 when it was announced in like fucking 2014, whatever the fuck it was by now. And I'm rapidly losing interest because it feels like they're trying to make a more story-driven game, or at least that's what the trailers are giving me the impression of. And also they're trying to make Crackdown into this weird Battle Royale multiplayer thing. I don't know if you've seen the old trailers, even before Battle Royale became a big trendy craze. It seemed like that's basically what it is. It just looked like it was just a whole bunch of players in a server online destroying the city and trying to kill each other. And I'm like, wait a minute. When I looked at that now, I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds like Fortnite. What is this shit? Like, what the fuck? But I mean, I would like to see it actually release and be able to play it, but every time a new trailer drops for it and they tell me, oh, I'm just a little less excited, especially when every fucking announcement they make related to the game is just like, oh, something really obscure that I didn't really care about, like Terry Crews is in the game now. We're just like,
yeah.
But is it coming out?
Nice. But I think it's more of a marketing thing than anything else.
Yeah, no, I know that's what it is, but that's my point. Why market the game if it's not coming out yet? You're wasting your budget. It's not fucking out. Why make trailers for it? It's not ready to be played. You're wasting your money. You're trying to get people hyped up about a product that doesn't exist. What the fuck? It doesn't make sense to me. Just put your money into finishing the game, then make your fucking trailers with Terry Crews. I don't give a shit. You know, like, I don't know, dude. I want Crackdown 3 to come out already, so maybe if it's good, Xbox finally can say, hey, we have one good fucking game. Other than Cuphead.
Yeah. Well, Forza Motorsport, like, looked good. And my friend, like, is a Ubisoft fanboy. And he totally said, like, Forza totally fucking killed Crew 2. The Crew 2. Because, like...
Isn't the Crew that game that's kind of just like... It's kind of like fucking Fast and Furious, where you're, like, in an underground kind of, like, driving crime thing, where you, like, build your cars and shit?
Well, it's kind of an open world car racing game. I've enjoyed the first one, but like for a couple hours and not more. Because at one point it got really repetitive. You only drive. That's the only thing you fucking do.
Are you kidding? That's all you do?
Yeah. I mean, you race and all that stuff. I mean, some people are like love that kind of adrenaline push that they give you, that the car give you, or the car sound, or the fucking transmission sounds, or
they
anything.
jerk off the motor sounds. They're like,
yeah, but I'm not a car dude. I'm not. I'm not a car person at all. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't care. My friend, my friend, like I told you, the guy who I rent this place from, his dad. My friend is like always bragging and talking about all the cars he gets because he's kind of like he's the type of guy who buys a car and then resells it to make more money and buy new cars. He's one of those people who like sells used cars like kind of illegally basically, but no one actually cares about this shit, so no one stops him. And like he's always like trying to flex some way with his cars and shit. And I'm just kind of like.
And I'm
Looks
here
nice.
like with a fucking Chevrolet Aveo 5. It's like
Yeah,
a small
he's got
ass
like
car.
he's got like a CLK or something. It's apparently like this really nice car. And it actually is really. I do like it, like riding in it. Like it's
Yeah, I
really
mean-
cool. It's a convertible, and the fucking top comes down and shit.
I definitely
But I'm just-
like think some cars are cool, but I'm not gonna jerk off of it. No.
Yeah, but like I don't like he's like obsessing over it, like
Yeah.
like literally obsessing over it, like drooling over this car. And I'm just sitting here, and I'm just because I don't really care about cars. I don't really know anything about them. I'm just kind of sitting here like,
All right.
nice car, dude. Nice. And he just won't stop going on about it, and I'm just like, Doug, I don't care about cars. And
Well,
like,
we all have our interests. I mean,
yeah, no,
you
I
can
don't-
talk. He can talk about cars for hours. You can talk about Battlefield for hours. I can
Yeah,
talk about
no.
PCs for hours.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. I'm not shitting on him. For
Yeah,
liking
definitely.
Cars. I'm just saying that, like, you know, like he tries to like flex on me and like, and, like show off his cars and shit. And I'm just kind of like, dog, I don't really fucking get it. Like, I'm not a car guy. So like, so when I see these racing games, I just kind of sit here and I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Like, I
Yeah.
just want to do things.
I mean, like,
don't know.
I found
to
it so
me-
repetitive at one point.
To me, the problem with games that are things you can do in real life is like, I guess, and like by things you can do in real life, I don't mean like how people argue, well, I could go to the military and shoot a gun. No, idiot. I don't mean that. I mean things I could literally go outside and potentially do, like drive a car or play a sport, is I don't have much interest in them because when I play video games, I kind of do it to escape reality. I mean, maybe it's not healthy. I don't care. That's just how games are for me. Games were always a way of like getting away from the real world. It was like, I'm gonna go to this fucking alien planet and raise some fucking plant men and kill some giant monsters and, you know, play Pikmin. Or I'm gonna fucking play. Well, that's yeah. Or I'm gonna go to this space station. I'm gonna go to this fucking space station and murder a bunch of fucking, you know, head crabs from Half-Life, but now they turn into boxes. You know, like I play games kind of like as an escape, to have an adventure, to immerse myself in a fictional world that really pulls me in and makes me interested in its characters and setting. That's the best games for me are games where when I'm playing them, I forget that I have like chores and shit to do.
Yes.
So when I play a sports game or a car game, I'm just kind of sitting here like, this is just like a game where I could just, where it's basically, and there's nothing wrong with it. 'Cause I
Basically,
understand-
farming simulator.
yeah, it feels to me like I'm just kind of sitting here like, yeah, I can't afford these cars, so theoretically, and I can't play as well as these players. So it's like a simulation game in a sense, but I'm just kind of
Yeah.
sitting here and just like, this is just like me playing a game about real life. Like I could just be playing a game in my, like from my perspective, because of the way I look at these games and my lack of interest, I'm just kind of like, I could essentially just be playing a game about me making breakfast. And
Yeah,
be as
I
interesting.
definitely feel you about that.
because the problem with me for games like this is it's just a concept. There's no world, there's no story usually. It's usually just a concept being iterated upon every year and made better to the point where they try to mimic the real thing more and more, which is great. You know, car games actually do have a long history of progression and getting better, and I can respect it, but I have no interest in it at all. Like, you know, it's the same way some people who don't like shooting games will look at the progression of first-person shooters and they'll be like, I don't give a fuck. To me, Doom 1 and Halo fucking 5 look like the same thing, and that's fair because they don't really get the difference. They don't understand it. Same way I look at two car games and I don't understand why one game has better handling and one game feels like shit to drive. You know, I don't know the genre, so I don't know. But
That's pretty much
It's
just for
kinda-
the Microsoft conference.
yeah, but that's what makes me sad about Microsoft is nowadays they're just known as the console that has the really good car game.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for them
there's
to make
nothing
something
else.
good. Yeah, and I'm waiting for them to make something good again.
I have
I'm waiting
another
for Halo
fucking
to be
call.
good again. I'm waiting for fucking Gears 5 to come out and be amazing, hopefully. I'm waiting for fucking Crackdown 3 to finally come out. Cuphead DLC, you know, something to really push the idea of Xbox is still relevant. You know, they're just not doing it.
Yeah, sorry to have interrupted you, but yeah, that's the next thing. The next thing is like the Bethesda conference, and
Oh, boy, that's the
the
big
first
one for
thing I
me.
want to talk about is fucking Skyrim, the joke they made with Alexa.
That was fucking great.
That was fucking
Let me
hilarious.
be honest. Let me be honest. I generally don't like Todd Howard as a game designer. Like, I have a lot of issues with the way he makes his games, but that's just me, in my opinion. However, as a human being, as a man, I like Todd Howard a fucking lot. Because I think he's fucking hilarious, and he's incredibly self-aware of his own flaws and the memes about him, and it's kind of great. Like, I have my issues with Todd, but when I saw that, I was like, dude, I fucking love Todd Howard because I just love the way he just is so casual about everything. It's cool, honestly. It is. It's actually really good to see someone.
You're all here to know where we're gonna put Skyrim next.
Introducing Skyrim, very special edition. Also coming soon to Etch-a-Sketch, Motorola Pagers, and your Samsung smart refrigerator.
Oh, that's cool.
Dude, when he said that, I thought he was memeing. I thought that was it. I thought that was the whole joke. And then I saw the Alexa thing, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? I'm like, this guy is a fucking legend. I'm like, this is like YouTuber shitpost level of good. Like, what is this?
It is fucking shit
I'm like,
posting.
this is like a video I would make. I'm like, this is incredible. I was really fucking happy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if that was the whole conference, I would have been good. I wouldn't need to do Bethesda games. That's it. I got fucking Alexa Skyrim. We're good. E3's over, baby. We're done. Todd, you done it. You made another masterpiece. But what I'm really fucking hyped about, actually, oddly enough, is Fallout 76, which you'd think a guy like me who didn't like Fallout 4 wouldn't really care for this. But my problem with Fallout 4, and one of the main things that I've been saying for a while, is that, it didn't really feel like a Fallout game. It felt more a Fallout-themed building game. And then at some point, when the game was, still relatively relevant, I thought to myself, I was playing the game, I was building a base, I was playing the game the way the game wanted me to play it, rather than the way I wanted to play it as a Fallout game, And at some point, I kind of had this revelation, and I'm just like, if Fallout 4 had multiplayer, the game would be like 5 times better. Because all this stupid shit you do by yourself that's boring and tedious could be divided among different players, and it would add some level of diversity and depth where players could potentially come and fuck up your base, or do something stupid, or cause fights with NPCs that you're friendly with, and then they become hostile towards them, and then you have to kind of choose between your friends or your relationships with the rest of the Commonwealth.
But I heard you talk to me about Fallout 76. I think in a Xbox group chat, and the biggest problem wasn't necessarily that there was multiplayer. It was because it was in a setting that doesn't make sense.
It felt kind of weird to me because of the way, we talked about it on Xbox Day. My first impressions of it were kind of just like, what the fuck is going on? It was like 20 years after the bombs fell, and all the foliage is there. There's massive amounts of evolution within 20 years. Like, there's giant sloths, there's frogs that have evolved to be these giant buff Battletoad things. Like, what the fuck? And I'm just looking at this like, what the shit is going on? And then it hit me. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I was just like, this isn't a Fallout game. This isn't supposed to be a lore game. This is just a Fallout-themed multiplayer experience. And I'm like, and that's fine. Because I love that. I'm like, that concept is amazing. I have, for years, wanted there to just be a Fallout-themed multiplayer game. Doesn't need to be canon. Doesn't need to be focused heavily on lore. Just has to exist and be playable and fun. And then I saw Fallout 76, and I started to look into how the game will work with the nuking mechanic and all that shit. And I was like, you know what? This sounds like it's going to be a fucking mess, but it's going to be a wild ride, and I'm kind of excited for it.
Yes.
Because it sounds like fun. It does. Even if, personally me, I'm not going to consider it canon, even though they're obviously trying to make it canon, just because I can't take that seriously. You mean to tell me that 20 years after the bombs fell, there's trees and shit everywhere, and there's giant animals? And a lot of people have been arguing, oh, okay, well, maybe they get hit as hard, or the nukes kind of missed West Virginia almost entirely because of the fact that, I guess West Virginia's kind of, obscure. Who the fuck's going to waste a missile on it? And, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of insulting to people who live there, but that's the argument people have made. Tactically speaking, it doesn't make sense to nuke that state. And I'm like, yeah, I can kind of get behind that. But there's a massive flaw in that argument. if the nukes barely touched it or missed it entirely, why the fuck are there giant animals literally everywhere 20 years after the bombs fell? Like, okay, in Fallout New Vegas, the bombs were shielded. Or the bombs were like almost completely deflected from New Vegas. Particularly, the New Vegas Strip was spared because Mr. New Vegas set up an anti-missile defense grid to protect the area from the nuclear strikes because he wanted to preserve humanity in that one region of the world in particular because that's just where he lived. And that makes sense because there's large parts of New Vegas that remain largely intact with only 200 years of what you would expect of, wear and tear from a building just being on maintenance for 200 years. And even though that area of the world was almost, very largely shielded from the nukes, there are still lots of mutated creatures and animals, and you could argue, okay, well, why does it make sense there? Well, that's because that game takes place 210 fucking years after the events of the, of the bombs falling after the nuclear war that ended everything. So by that point, the radiation probably just either seeped across the land to the point where it just affects everything at least a little bit, or animals have had 200 years to just evolve to adapt to the new landscape, or one of the things that I think people don't think about is the fact that what if some of these animals that just exist in large portions of the world, say fucking ants, which are everywhere in Fallout, giant ants, they could just fucking migrate or live somewhere else or, anything like that. And it's not like humans stay in one place either. People in the Fallout universe are always traveling around, some of them even going from state to state. I mean, fuck's sake, Harold from Fallout 3, who becomes a tree in that game in Washington, D.C., is first encountered in California in the first game. All right, he traveled across the whole country. So a lot of people don't seem to understand that, that the argument for why there's so much shit in Fallout 76 that's grown and populated and mutated all at once doesn't make sense. It's either a really barren wasteland that's so mutated because it's been hit so hard, or it's almost entirely untouched. So the wildlife and shit should still somewhat resemble what it should be. 20 years is not a very long time, evolutionarily speaking, especially not for radiation, because radiation kills more than it mutates. I mean,
it takes a lot of time for mutation.
It takes a lot of time even if you go to Chernobyl, mutated animals there, but that's over the course of 40 years, and even then, it's nothing crazy. It's animals with extra eyes or different shaped limbs and shit like that. They're still relatively resemble what they used to be. Yeah. They're still But in Fallout 76, it's 20 years after the bombs fell.
Yeah, realistically, it doesn't make sense.
But that's the thing, though. But that's the big thing for me here. Also, is Fallout's not realistic at all. They have a very loose interpretation of science. In Fallout 3, for example, when you detonate the bomb in Megaton, killing everybody there, one character survives and immediately becomes a ghoul. Which ghoulification is supposed to be a process that is brought on by intense radiation, but it happens to her instantly. So the thing is, this game and all the other games after it actually kind of imply that if you're exposed to large amounts of radiation very quickly, you either immediately die or become a ghoul. So based on that logic alone, we can assume that if they want to make this canon, they can, and simply explain it as, well, the animals just mutated really quickly like ghouls. And that's fine for the game's universe, they can do that. I just still think it's absurd to be we want the best of both worlds. We want a beautiful world that looks like Skyrim, but we also want mutants everywhere. Because 20 years after the bombs fall, that doesn't really just add up. Yeah. It's still going to be fun.
The gameplay-wise, it looks amazing, but
it looks great. It looks like a massive trolling server. It just looks like large-scale.
Welcome to
trolling,
my Minecraft server.
I can't wait. It's going to be so good, dude. I was telling Will. I told you about Will. You met Will. I was telling Will. I was like, dude, we gotta I want to make a video on it, obviously, and I'm like, dude, we gotta just do a montage. Children just fighting little kids at these shitty bases they spent fucking 10 hours making, and be like, fuck you, kid, and just nuke them, and then I just go kill them. That'd be so good. I can't wait, dude. I'm so excited.
Yeah, the things that bother me about this game is that my friend told me there's not gonna be NPCs.
What?
Which is weird.
Oh, I did hear about that, yeah. I heard that apparently Bethesda is trying to make it so that players will rely on one another as shopkeepers. Meaning, if you have something someone wants, you have to sell it to them. And me and Will looked at each other and said, that's never going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to see a guy with something you want, you're going to fucking go and him and take it. You're not going to fucking barter with him. people don't do that.
I think that's a really bad idea to remove
That's
NPCs.
a very bad idea. The
And
only
also
there are no
that
NPCs, there's just fucking enemies
people.
and players who are also enemies. So basically, everything's trying to kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. I guess it's actually that probably makes sense considering 20 years after the bombs fell. Oh my god, that actually makes so much sense. There were no NPCs because Fallout 76 is the first vault that ever opened. There's nobody on the surface.
Oh, okay. That
That's
makes
why there's
so
no
much
NPCs.
sense.
That's why there's no NPCs, because everybody in the game is the first people to settle the wasteland. Oh my god, Todd, what the... I can't believe I just realized that. Holy shit,
But
that
I mean,
makes so much sense.
it
Holy
would be
shit.
weird without NPCs though.
To my knowledge, I believe there's going to be NPCs inside Vault 76, and that's
Oh.
like how you get your quests and stuff. But they don't leave.
That'd be all right.
And I think it's going to act more like Destiny, where rather than being NPCs that are killable and interactable and have different things, like it's just kind of like you get your quests from them, which is fine. Because like I said, I don't consider this a Fallout game. This is a Fallout-themed multiplayer game, which is, again, I think that's great. But, like, that's also kind of what I expect at this point from the way Todd handles the Fallout games, is because in Fallout 3, there was still some level of choice you could do with most characters, but there were a lot of unkillable NPCs, which I had a problem with. And then in Fallout 4, they kind of just went with almost every NPC is unkillable because there's some obscure quest they have, and if you kill them, you might miss it. And my attitude towards that was, if you can't kill anybody, you can't do anything other than what the game wants you to do, which is a problem, because in Fallout games, even 3, which a lot of people seem to think 3 is shit, even though honestly it's really not. It's got problems, but it's not a shitty game. You can always pretty much do what you want. You can leave your vault or your fucking town in Fallout 2 or the fucking house in New Vegas, and you immediately can go anywhere you want to go, theoretically, even if you can get killed. And you can do what you want to do, and the path you take in that game is up to you. Even if there is a story you can follow, you can choose to ignore it largely and do your own thing, or even shortcut your way through the game and bypass entire sections of the game by knowing what to do already, or just by getting lucky and stumbling across the information you need. But in Fallout 4, there was none of that, because everybody was alive at all times. You couldn't fuck it up. You couldn't lose, like breadcrumbs in your trail to find your clues to your son. Everything was hand-fed to you like a fucking dumbass, like you couldn't figure out anything for yourself. And if you tried to kill anybody, they would just go hostile and kill you, and then the game would force you to reload a save point before you tried to kill them, so everything's happy again. And I'm just kind of like, this isn't really Fallout. I would prefer this to just be multiplayer, because then at least NPCs not dying makes sense, because they have to give you quests. And then I hear that's what's in Fallout 76, and I'm like, Fallout 4 is the beta for Fallout 76. All it did was they were like, hey, let's see if we make a game that's not Fallout, and then what if we make it multiplayer? And they did. And that's fine. Because like I said, I think that if the way they're going to make their Fallout games from now on is like this, that's fine by me. Because Fallout 4 doesn't work as a single-player game, in my opinion. I don't think it's very fun. I don't think it's a good Fallout game. Again, just my opinion. It's fun. Well, to be fair, it's fun on its own in certain ways. I think the base building is pretty cool, and I think that there are some cool things you can do in Fallout 4. The gunplay is fun. But when I play Fallout, I don't just want to shoot shit and build shit. Like, I don't know, dude. It'll Fallout 76, to me, it's weird that I'm saying this because it sounds like I'm going to hate Fallout 76 because that sounds like all you do. But it's because it's multiplayer that it changes everything so drastically. It doesn't sound like a big deal, but it really is. Because when you take a game where all you essentially do is build and shoot, and you play that by yourself, that gets boring very fast.
Yeah.
But if you put that in a world where there's a whole bunch of different players, and the players have freedom to do whatever they want, kill who they want, build where they want, and fuck over anybody they want, that changes everything. That means that so much shit can happen, and you never know what you need to be prepared for. It's not like predictable NPCs with their fucking AI that you could, literally read in a book and understand what they're going to do. It's real human beings who 1 second could be like, hey, buddy, how you doing? And then they just fucking pull a shotgun and kill you. You never know what to expect, and I love it. I love that attitude, because that feels... It's going to sound so contradictory, but the fact that Fallout 76 is multiplayer to me makes it, to me, feel like it's going to be more like Fallout than Fallout has been in a very long time. Because of that level of unpredictability and character interaction. Because now the characters you're interacting with aren't NPCs with poorly written dialogue in a lot of cases. They're real human beings. And these are real people you have real relationships with. And you can, on a dime, pick someone up and make them want to kill you and everything you love.
Fucking video game donkey. Have you seen the video?
Yeah,
He's
Exactly.
like, hey, do you have pants? No.
Hey, he's like, hey, where are your pants? I don't have any. Fucking idiot, should have had pants.
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna be me in that game. I'm gonna walk
Yeah.
around things and ask them if they have free items. Yo, that's a good idea. I should walk around naked and have like power armor in my fucking like inventory. Just be like, yo, I don't have anything. Can I have a gun? And they just give me a gun and I kill them with it. Be like, thanks, idiot. Oh man, it's exciting. Honestly, it's a new frontier for the franchise, and I think it will actually be good. I think they're gonna.
I'm excited
I
for
hope
it.
they're gonna do good. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I can't wait to try it.
The
Let's
next
move on. I'm sorry.
the next games they announced was Doom 2, which I don't know what they're gonna do for
I'm
it.
sorry. That wasn't a game. That was just a PNG. That was a very good PNG. Very good image of that title logo.
Yeah.
But
Nice PNG.
Look at
Rage
the
2
PNG.
also, they showed some gameplay. I don't know what it's gonna be.
What do you mean? Rage 2 was a concert, my guy. Didn't you see that rock and
Oh yeah. Oh, it was so awkward.
Dude, that was another one of those things that was like a clap thing. Like when the guy was done, when they were done with their fucking concert, did you see how many people in the audience were just kind of looking around like,
Yeah.
where am I? People were looking around like, where am I? Is this E3? Is this video games? what is this? And by the time it was done, everyone got really quiet, and the guy was talking about like his album or something, and then he just goes, and everybody starts cheering, and then he just leaves, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm watching anymore.
Yeah, that was definitely awkward.
Oh, it's so weird, dude. But the game itself looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know personally, like, I don't really know much about the first Rage, but I know Will is like really hyped for it. He won't shut up about it every time it comes up in conversation. So basically, like me with Prey, which is good because it's nice to see when someone has an obsession for something other than me. But I don't know. To me, it looks kind of like Mad Max.
Yeah,
which
it
is
looks
cool.
like a Mad Max.
I fucking love the world of Mad Max. The movies were excellent, and I never played the game, but I heard it was pretty good too. So I'd like to actually try Rage if I have enough money and free time to actually invest hours into another game. Because right now I've got like fucking 4 that I'm gonna be playing like crazy. Fallout 76, Battlefield V, Cuphead DLC, and then Christ, I guess even Black Ops 4 at this point because I'm gonna be memeing about that. So, I mean, so there's a lot coming out, and this is what always happens for me with E3. So many developers announce so much good shit I want to play, and then they all release at the same time, and I'm like, oh no, I can't play all this. Like, that's why I was so happy when they announced the Prey Moon Crash DLC, and then they was out that night, because that was something I was waiting for. They had been teasing that DLC for months. They made achievements in the main game that you got by doing these super secret like tasks. And when you got all of them, they actually arranged themselves in a specific order in your achievements list and spelled out, did you hear they put a man on the moon? And I'm like, oh my God, it's happening. They're gonna do the moon DLC that they've been teasing for like a fucking year. And then when they finally fucking announced it, they were like, they had that really good ass trailer that I will not stop like memeing and singing, and Will gets really fucking annoyed whenever I'm in parties, and I'm just like, you spin me right round. Really upset. He's like, oh my God, stop. And he starts blasting the West Virginia theme from Fallout 76.
Oh my God.
But dude, the Prey Moon Crash DLC, I'm going to probably make a full-length video on it eventually explaining why I think Prey Moon Crash is probably a prime example of DLC done right. But to give you the Cliff Notes version of it, because I don't want to be here forever talking about a game that you haven't even played, I do that too often, is Prey Moon Crash does what I think every DLC should strive to do. It experiments with new things while reiterating upon things that work. Everything that I had, every like gameplay aspect about the base game that I had an issue with was resolved with the Moon Crash DLC. The gameplay felt too easy when you got to a certain point. So they made it that weapons can break, and now you can take like crippling injuries that can only be healed in a very specific way. Like you can break a leg, or you can get severe 3rd-degree burns, or you can like get a concussion that fucks up your aim and your vision and stuff. And it's really cool. And so you have to be aware of like certain damage types being more of a threat because they can fuck you up permanently. And of course, the major thing about this DLC is that it's now a roguelike run-based DLC run-based gameplay in which you have a bunch of different characters with different abilities and strengths and weaknesses. And at first, I looked at that and I'm like, why that? Why that path? And then I played it and I realized that this is exactly what Prey was missing. This element of you can kind of just really play with the sandbox and it works. And here's the thing about Prey's base game that has a massive problem, and this is a problem with any game that's either really difficult and you can save scum, or just as like an RPG with loot and you don't want to like lose your stuff. Games that you can save anytime you want are always going to have a problem where you can just save like a lot, and then if you fuck up, go back to a save before you fucked up. Prey has this problem as well, and to be fair, there's really not a lot you can do about it because it's just the problem with the genre. Any game where you can role play or loot or build up a character, you're going to have people who don't want to make any mistakes at all and want perfect runs every time. I'm one of those people. I do like to not fuck up, so I save a lot. I'm not going to lie. Then when I played the DLC, you literally can't do that. There is no saving in this DLC. You either complete the run or you die. That's it. There is no in between. So, and it sounds like a shitty like roguelike thing, like every roguelike is, and roguelikes are fun, but I'm not a fan of them. So when I heard about this, I was a little skeptical. I'm like, I don't really like roguelikes. And then I played it, and I'm like, dude, this is unlike anything I've ever played in the roguelike genre. Because you have a lot of things that persist as you play. The more you play, the better you get, and the more you memorize, obviously. But you also get different abilities, your character stats increase, and you get better just in general at killing things. But the game also ramps up and becomes harder with everything you unlock. For every new character you unlock a new hazard. Like you start off with one guy, and things are simple. You run around and you try to escape. That's it. There's mimics and phantoms, and that's all you deal with. Then you unlock a single character. Now there's an unkillable enemy that follows you throughout the entire thing that, well, it's not unkillable, it's actually just really hard to kill, and it comes back basically instantly, so yeah, good luck with that shit. And it follows you around, and you have to deal with it at all times, so you need to figure out the best ways to avoid it, or kill it incredibly quickly, or get other things to fight it, which you can do because of the
Kind of like the
sandbox.
Alien Isolation.
Yes. Like in the Alien, you can either like try to scare it away with the flamethrower, keep it away with like noisemakers, or get other humans to fight it to leave you alone. In this, you can just send robots after it. You can make noise. You can like do all this cool shit. There's so much, and then like for every new character you unlock, there's new problems that you have to deal with. And as you get better at the game tests you. It really reminds me of like, I hate to say it like this, it reminds me of Cuphead, where it's like as you get better, the challenge ramps up. But in this way, it's done so differently. It's like you have new toys. All right, here's two toys to use them on, fucko. Like you can start the round. You can start your run with a shotgun now. Good, you're gonna need it because now we have these giant fucking. One of the most difficult enemies in the game, in my opinion, are technopads. They're basically giant fucking computer towers that float around, and they control robots by hacking them, and can also like literally telekinetically lift up turrets and just use turrets like as assault rifles, basically, just by fucking throwing them around. And these guys are a pain because if you walk into a room with a bunch of robots that are either like offline or just friendly, and this asshole shows up, they're all gonna start trying to kill you. So these things start showing up eventually, and it becomes great. Really what it does also, the biggest thing is that now, because you can't save scum because you either die or you make it, you actually really start to think and play better, and you experiment with weapons that you normally don't give a damn about, and you really play with the environment a lot. Because now you're kind of just like, all right, well, I got one clip of my handgun, and there's like 4 fucking enemies in here, and I can only kill about 2 enemies with this handgun. But there's a bunch of explosive barrels. There's also like an oil fire going on, and you have like ways of spreading fires by like throwing shit at them that will catch on fire and then throwing the thing somewhere else. Or you can do like, there's so much cool shit. Like words don't do it justice. You have to play it, and you'll start to slowly realize just how much you can do in any given room to kill everything in the room. You'll be like, wow, I don't even need this gun. I could just fucking turn on the defense system, and then the guns will shoot at it. Or I could sneak over here, repair this power box, and then that broken electrical junction will start shooting, like electricity out of it, and it will just kill everything. There's so much you can do. Really, it's incredible. And because of the new fact that you can't save scum, you really experiment with it more. And I think it not only fixes everything wrong with Prey, it fixes everything wrong with every game that has manual saves. I think it's a real, in my opinion, it's a real golden standard to now hold these types of games to. Like, this is how you can do it right. At least to me, I think it's amazing. I think it's a true expansion because it doesn't just give you more of the same. It gives you a whole new experience, and that's what I want from DLCs that cost actual money. And the best thing is, it only costs $20. It's $20, and it's like it's a whole new game, which is crazy because they spent a whole year working on it, and it's $20. I'm like, yo, this is insane. Arcane Studios has a fan in me now. Honestly, I love them. I cannot wait for more of their work. All right, like I actually want to go back and play Dishonored now because I had no interest in those games. But now that I've seen what they do with their world building, I'm like, Dishonored might actually be really good. I should check it out. So, man, I'm fucking excited. I'm sorry. Go. I talked a lot. You could say what you want to say. I'm sorry.
Well, I didn't note Prey anywhere in my notepad, so that was a good time to talk about it.
Oh yeah, I was holding it back. Take the chance because I love Prey so much. It's like my favorite game of 2017, 100%.
Yes.
Other than Resident Evil 7, maybe. And
There's the other game that they announced from Bethesda is Elder Scrolls 6, which we haven't seen anything pretty much.
Another good PNG.
Yeah. Then there's a Square Enix conference, which I haven't seen.
Oh, you want to know what the Square Enix conference was basically? I got you. Will summed it up for me. Square Enix conference went like this. They spent 15 minutes telling us all about games we already knew were coming out and telling us nothing new. That was it. That was all they did.
All right. Switching to the... I haven't seen it, so I can't really talk about it. I wouldn't know what I'm talking about.
I can't either because I didn't see it, but Will told me he watched them. He's like, all they did was talk about games that are already coming out, but like not talk about them in the sense that they gave us information. They're just like, yeah, we have this, and we also have this coming out. They also have this one coming out.
Yeah.
Have a good day. And they just left. And I'm just like, what? What's that? Oh,
the
man.
Ubisoft conference, there was like a Dance fucking intro that was cringy as fuck. Nobody cares.
Every fucking E3 intro this year is so bad.
Trials that had the dude in the motorcycle come in the auditorium.
Yeah,
and then crash the fucking computer, the stand.
Did he crack a computer over his head or something?
Yeah.
Or something like that? Like, what the fuck?
Then Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I understand why they're making Assassin's Creed game over and over again, because there's so many, because it's basically time travel. You can exploit every single fucking aspect of time.
Like fucking time traveling Call of Duty. It's every year they just make a new one.
I'm just like stop. I am not interested in Assassin's Creed game anymore. Like, yeah, for the first 3 that was all right. And
I
then
was gonna say, I really liked the first 3.
I fucking adored Black Flag though, because of the pirate stuff. But then, like, stop. I understand why they did.
The problem I have with them is that all the games now basically just copy and paste the same content with a new setting.
Unity, I think.
Call of Duty, because Call of Duty at least adds new things, but they just never do.
I think Unity was a necessary thing though, because of the co-op. That was extremely fun. But then after that, it's just Origins. I think for me, which like I played on PC and it had
the Egypt one. I watched your streams of that, and I was like, this is boring. Not your stream, the game. I'm like, the only reason this is interesting is because you're like talking.
It was kind of like more Far Cry, but it was unoptimized. It was buggy. It was hard to run, and it had so much fucking stupid controls. Seriously, it was fucking garbage.
Live on stream, you were just like, why the fuck can't I like lean against this wall?
Yeah,
and I'm like, that's a good question. You could do that in the first game. What the fuck?
Yeah. It was so fucking stupid. It ruined it for me. Like, the shitty controls ruined it for me. I had to play with a controller to enjoy the game. It's fucking stupid. Seriously. And it ruined it for me. Definitely.
That's ridiculous, honestly. The big thing for me about Assassin's Creed games is just, I feel like I said, like Call of Duty, there's just so many, and I just don't have much interest in them because I feel like they're all pretty much the same, just a new setting. And Assassin's Creed's story, some people say it's like one of the best stories ever told. I don't agree with that. I think that it's probably one of the worst ever told. Even if the story itself and the concept is pretty interesting, I think the way it's told is so bland, so, like, uncharismatic, so uncaring, that people just kind of, like me, sit here who haven't invested in the story, and we look at the new stuff and we're just kind of like, what? Like, we don't know what the fuck is going on. And it's not, don't know what the fuck is going on in the sense of, like, Okay, like when I first played Halo 3, which was my first Halo game, I had no fucking idea what was going on because I just jumped into it. But the story was presented in such a way that even if I didn't play the first 2 games, I had an idea of what the stakes were, what was happening, who the characters were. I jump into a new Assassin's Creed. I don't know what the fuck anything is anymore. I'm just like, all right, so now I'm Egyptian. I have a son. Oh, he died. Saw that coming. Who is this guy? Who's that guy? Who's this guy? Where's the villains? Who's the villains? Who's the good guys? Who's the bad guys? What the fuck? Like, nothing adds up. Everything's just kind of all over the place. And I think at this point, even the developers have completely given up on trying to make any sense of the fucking story. They're just like, hey, every year we'll just do a new setting and put Assassin's Creed 2 stories in it. And we'll just be like, new game.
They also announced The Division 2, which is in Washington, with the White House and everything. I hope they're gonna do stuff differently,
just because you know my stance on the First Division. I'm just not a.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan.
I mean,
I like the New York setting, and I think the gun sounds were phenomenal in the Division.
the graphics also were amazing.
The graphics and the gun sound effects. And I like the idea of having a loot-based game in which the guns are just literally just real guns like that exist in real life. And the more powerful real-life weapons are really rare, which is cool. The problem is, it was just a bullet sponge fest. And I'm like, these new powerful weapons don't feel powerful because I have to shoot a guy 1,000 times anyway.
I just don't want that in the second game. Bullet sponge is not a good game mechanic.
Like in
any
Destiny,
way.
I hate bullet sponges in Destiny as well. But in Destiny, it's forgiving for a couple reasons. One, the enemies you're fighting are fucking aliens, usually who have really ridiculously advanced armor or something, or they're giant monsters, and you're kind of like, okay, I can see that. Two, the game is marketed as a fantasy RPG in which people are quite literally endowed with superpowers by an alien fucking 8-ball. So, I mean, you can kind of be like, all right, well, if I can assume that our main ability is quite literally just that we never die, it's fair to assume some of these enemies are going to be substantially difficult because of the fact that this is quite literally the thing that makes us capable of beating them, that we can just keep coming back to life. You know, if that's the case, then obviously these guys are no fucking joke. You know, so it's kind of believable in that game's universe why an enemy would take 1,000,000 bullets. But when I'm shooting a dude wearing a fucking hoodie and he's eating Skylar L rounds for 10 minutes, I'm a little annoyed because I'm like, dude, what the fuck kind of hoodie is that? Do they make that out of the same shit they make Chief's armor out of? What the fuck is this shit?
Bulletproof clothing.
Bulletproof isn't even beginning to describe the fucking bullshit that is. That's like they just took Master Chief's armor and they put it into a fucking hoodie. And they're like, here you go, fucking asshole, you'll survive.
It's like you shoot him and it was like, what the fuck, was that a fly? Was that a mosquito?
The game really was the dark zone because you could troll players, and because there was proximity chat, you could trick people into thinking you were like in a situation you couldn't get out of. You could like stand on a roof and like be hiding and be like, oh no, we're out of ammo, what are we gonna do? And then when a guy a ladder, you kill him and you're like, oh look, I found some ammo. Well, it was great because like you could bait players into situations they couldn't get out of, and it was fucking hilarious. And that's also why I think Fallout 76 might be fun, because it might be like that. Especially if it has the proximity voice. Please, I hope it does. But the Division 2, I just really hope that, you know, honestly, if they just made the Division 2 focus more on the PvP aspect and just made NPCs really like a secondary thing to worry about, kind of like if you ever played the DayZ mod, not the game, and you've seen how like the players are the main threat, but there's also the ever looming threat of the zombies. And it's like, they're not something you particularly worry about because you know you can always handle them in a fight. But there's something to always keep in mind. Like, you know, don't want to get too comfortable and let a horde of zombies overtake my base, you know, while I'm dealing with these 2 guys sniping at us. You know what I mean? That's what I think would make the Division 2 cool. If it's like, you're mainly dealing with player enemies and then you have this looming threat. Okay, if too many raiders are in one area, or if we make too much noise, we could attract like problems, you know? Like, that would be cool. Anything to just make it that the whole game isn't just shooting at dudes in hoodies for 10 minutes. Really, please, God. Or fucking, what was the final boss of the main game? A literal helicopter?
Yeah.
That was it? It was just a helicopter? What the fuck? And you shoot at it with, like, guns. You can technically kill. So stupid. Oh, my God.
Then there was Beyond Good and Evil 2, which is, I don't know what it is, but it looks good. From the cinematic
it's a sequel to this fucking game from the year 2000. Played or heard of the first game, Beyond Good and Evil? It was like this really cool interstellar, like, basically like a space opera, kind of like Halo. If Halo had I hate to say it like this, better writing. Halo's good, but like some of the writing is kind of melodramatic. Beyond Good and Evil was really, really good and way ahead of its time to the point that even today people praise it as a masterpiece. And Beyond Good and Evil 2 is being marketed more as this edgy, gritty, like cyberpunk type game with this weird, not cyberpunk, this more steampunk type future game thing. And people are kind of getting annoyed with it because they feel like the marketing makes the game look kind of like it's going to be retarded. And I don't really know because I never played the first game, so I don't really have an opinion on it.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I know that it's causing some problems with people who are like, you know, long-term fans of the game that came fucking years ago, and they've been literally waiting for this sequel for 2 fucking decades, you know, so I can understand people's frustration, but I can't personally relate to it.
We're gonna go over the Sony conference. I don't know if those are exclusives, but we gotta go over it fast. See if you want to talk about Nintendo afterwards.
Yeah.
Sony, they showed like the From Software Samurai game, which looks interesting.
I hope that's on Xbox because I kind of want to play that.
Yeah, it looks
I think
it looks
really
good.
Cool.
Apparently, it's not like Dark Souls. There's a lot of things that are different from Dark Souls in this game, so that's interesting. And then there was this other samurai game that with like the cherry blossom trees and all that stuff, where like I don't know what it's called, but like the dude basically goes to save like a monk, and it looks like a stealth game kind of thing.
I forgot the name, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Shit. It looked really cool. I thought it was cool.
But since we don't have PS4s...
That Resident Evil 2 remake looking fucking good as fuck, boy. That shit got me hyped up for Resident Evil again, dude. I'm like, yo, over the shoulder camera Resident Evil 2, I don't care if it's not as scary. I love it. Dude, it looks so good. It looks like Resident Evil 4, but like if Resident Evil 4 wasn't filled with memes. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be great. I can't wait to play this shit. I might fucking live stream it. I'm excited for Resident Evil 2's remake, dude. Let me explain something. They teased this Resident Evil 2 remake back in like 2012, and I've been sitting here every fucking year waiting for this shit to come out. And then finally they pull it out. I'm like, I'm getting this shit. Yo, it better not be a PlayStation exclusive because I will actually throw a fucking fit.
I hope not for you.
PlayStation. I might actually have to go buy a PlayStation if that's the case because I want to play this. You have no idea how bad I want to play this. Like I really, really want to play this. Resident Evil 2 is one of my favorites in the series. It's like the first game I ever played, and I want to play it in the fucking remaster. It looks so good. The zombies look so good, and so dude, Leon looks so fucking badass. I'm so excited. That's it. That's all I gotta say. I'm excited. Yes. I'll contain it. We don't have much time left.
There was a lot of hype surrounding it when they showed it on the the big screen on E3.
Yeah, dude, everybody was losing their shit. And that was me too. I was here at home, fucking like, oh shit,
let's go.
Yeah, dude, I've been waiting for years for this shit. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. I shit talk the series a lot because it does dumb shit. But I love the Resident Evil games, especially the original 3. Oh my god, they're near and dear to my heart, man. So when I see Resident Evil 2 being remastered and it looks fucking stellar, I am excited for that shit. Like, I am beyond excited. Excited isn't even the word. I will kill someone for a copy of this game. Like, I am fucking ready to kill some zombies as Leon again, dude. I've been waiting for Leon to come back and actually be cool and not be this edgy war hero that he is in fucking 6. I am so fucking ready for Leon, bro. I want Leon sticking my ass. Cut that part out. No, that's a joke. But, dude, no, I'm just so hyped because Resident Evil 2 was back in the era of shitty controls for Resident Evil, and as much as a lot of people look back on nostalgically on the first 3 games with those awkward camera angles and bad controls as like a good thing that adds difficulty, I'm the kind of guy that looks at that and goes, yeah, that was shit. I like the games but the controls were shit, and I personally will never like them because I think that they add artificial difficulty to the game in the sense that you don't even, when you pick up the game, you're not sure how to move, and that makes the game hard. But that doesn't mean the game's actually that hard. It just means that you don't know how to fucking play it at first. And then even when you do learn how to play it, fighting in close quarters is very awkward because of the bad angles and the fact that your character has a weird lock-on ability, so you kind of just prioritize targets based on distance. And mostly works, but can fuck things up depending on the angle you're at. Because like if you're fighting and there's like a wall to your right, and the zombies that's closest to you is right around that wall, your guy will lock on and like aim through the wall and just shoot the wall. So like it's stupid, and I hated it. So to see Resident Evil 2 come back with the over-the-shoulder camera, which in my opinion, as much as a lot of people hate it because they attribute over-the-shoulder camera to the bad games like 5 and 6, they forget Resident Evil 4 also had over-the-shoulder camera, and that was the stellar game. I think the over-the-shoulder camera will really add something to the game that's been missing. Like, Resident Evil 2 is an excellent game, even to this day, but I think the over-the-shoulder will change the way we view the world of Resident Evil 2, change the way we view some of the iconic locations, like the fucking police department. Oh, that's one of my favorite locations in the whole series. That police department, for me, is just such an iconic location, because the fucking fact... Dude, for some reason, there's something so bone-chillingly cool and ominous about walking into a police station and everybody's dead. And you're just like, holy shit, these are the guys that are supposed to protect us. Like, what the fuck happened? You know, like, it's so cool. And Leon being, like, the literal last cop in the city, the only cop who survived, and it's on his first day on the job, dude. Like, he goes to get a parking ticket, and he starts fighting zombies. Like, what the fuck? It's amazing, dude. I love the game so much, and I can't wait to play it. He's the best character, dude. He's the best character in the franchise. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Fuck Chris Redfield. I fucking love Leon, my man. He's the best. He's the fucking best, bro. This story is so great. First day being a cop, fights a zombie infection, ends up being recruited by the Secret Service. You know, normal day in the life. It's fucking great, dude. But, yeah, I'm sorry, go on.
Well, the next point is the Nintendo Direct conference.
Oh, boy.
It wasn't really a Nintendo Direct conference.
Smash Bros. Conference, that's what it was.
That's what it wasn't really a conference, it was more like a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, does a fucking massive conference that costs thousands of dollars, and Nintendo's like, fuck you, we do that every month.
Yeah, Nintendo's just like, we do that every week. Fuck you guys. We're just gonna bring Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, Smash Ultimate.
I've seen memes where like everybody's biggest, most intense, over-the-top games that are like these big announcements, and then like Nintendo's like, oh, we didn't bring a lot of games this year, but there's one in particular.
Smash.
Oh man, it's so fun. Everybody was losing their shit. They
showed so many characters. Like,
yeah,
they literally said every character in the history of like Smash that are in the
is
game.
in there. It's fucking incredible. I know there's a lot of memes about Waluigi not being in it. I don't really personally care. There's apparently like a controversy around it. I don't know if you heard about that. Like, there's an actual controversy about Waluigi not being in the game. People are like attacking Sakurai over this, and I'm just like, stop. That's retarded. Why would you do that? Why would you fucking verbally attack that guy for not putting a character in a video game? Like, what is wrong with you? Shut the fuck up and enjoy the game. Every other character's in. If you, like, let me put it to you this way. You can't be mad about this game, because if you literally liked playing as any character in any Smash Bros. Game, he's in the game. How you be a bitch? If you like any of the characters. If you like Mewtwo, who hasn't been in a game since 2000, since the year 2000, in 18 years, he hasn't been in one Smash Bros. Game. He's back now, alright? So you can play as him. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. You have everyone. It's great.
I haven't really grown up with Smash, so I don't know.
I did.
I don't know a lot about it.
Brawl, though. I don't know a lot about the new guys like Mega Man and Pac-Man. I never got the chance to play with them because I didn't get the Smash 4. But Ultimate, I probably want to get. I'm probably gonna try to save up to get a Switch and play it because it looks like fun. I'm excited, and I need to crush little kids as Fox again, like the good old days. Fox and Samus are my two big ones. Because oh man, I'm excited though. I really am.
There's a lot of excitement around that.
I think there's a lot of shit.
Especially from fucking Etika. Have you seen the memes?
Wait, what memes about?
The you know, the streamer YouTuber that likes that reacts to
shit. And he was
to everything.
He broke his shell.
Yeah.
The fucking shell was great. Yeah, I saw that. Dude, that guy's pretty funny. I don't generally like reaction videos or streams, but that guy's.
But like the memes that come out of this.
I think it's funny because I think the point of his fucking streams are that his reactions are supposed to be deliberately over the top and ridiculous. So it's kind of like, he's not being serious. I don't think he really reacts like that. I think genuinely he's just putting on a show to be funny, and it's good because I think it's done well. you know, it's fucking hilarious. This fucking guy's just like making these derp ass faces, just like I've seen the face where it's like him blurring out, and he's like, and like, it's just this blurry face. And it's fucking, it looks like an in between frame in like an anime fight scene. Like when the characters like going to punch and like they're all stretched out. That's what he looks like. It's fucking great, dude. Oh man, that's incredible.
The next thing is Mario Party. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like nothing else to say.
Just hell yeah. The next it switches to the next game, but like how they showed it is it seems interesting how they're gonna approach it with the Switch. You can use multiple switches to play a minigame.
Cool.
That's amazing.
I think that's pretty cool. The only problem is, what if you're a friendless loser and you just want to play on your own? Does that still work? I don't really know.
Maybe there's a mode, like there's multiple modes that you can, like, you have the opportunity to play this minigame with multiple switches. Would you want to do that or not? And you say no or yes. Maybe that's the case.
I don't know anybody who personally walks around with a Switch all the time. I don't even walk around with my 3DS all the time, and that thing's way more portable than a Switch. Yeah. And you're less likely to break it because the screen is actually covered.
I have a friend that grown up with Mario Party. I haven't.
Oh, I did too. I did too, dude. I
definitely want to give it a try because it looks fun. All the mini games.
I've been playing Mario Parties with my little brother for like years, and we used to love it. We used to get competitive as fuck against each other and with each other. We would play co-op duels where it would be 2-on-2. It would be me and him versus like 2 level 9 like CPUs, and it would be great, dude. It was awesome, honestly. Oh man, Mario Party is a dear franchise to my heart. I would like if I get I'm definitely getting Smash Ultimate, the new Mario Party, and some to the top 3 for me.
It's gonna be very expensive.
Very expensive purchase,
the games on Switch, that's one of my criticisms. They cost like $100 each. It's a lot of fucking money. That's really expensive.
That's insane.
Like Donkey Kong costed me like $90. And it's,
Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
What?
Tropical Freeze.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the arcade Donkey Kong. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. I was watching a documentary the other night about like the world record progression of like the high score in Donkey Kong. And like, for some reason, it just made me think of that. I'm sorry. It was a really cool video, actually. It was talking about how several people battled for the top score in the world and stuff. It was a really good video. I might send it to you later if you're interested. But,
also, we all expected it. We all predicted it. Fortnite is on the Switch.
fucking Reggie's like, I'll see you on the battlegrounds.
Yeah,
and he's like,
I can't wait to get in the battle bus, and fly and meet you on the battleground.
He's so calm and wholesome about everything. He's just like,
yeah.
I can't wait to see some of you on the battleground.
I can't wait to drop off the battle bus and meet some of you on the battlefield in Fortnite.
I love the thing with him.
I love how Will said it in the Xbox channel. He's like, calm down, Reggie.
Calm down, Reggie. Come on, don't be so excited.
Yeah. This is fucking Fortnite. This is Fortnite.
I fucking love Will, dude. We gotta get Will on these. We gotta get Will on one of these.
Yeah,
because I think he would be a great fucking addition to this podcast. I think it'd be fucking awesome.
Yes.
He's got a lot of shit to say about games, more than me in a lot of cases. He plays a lot of stuff I don't. Like I said, he's a big RTS guy, so he'd probably have a much broader opinion about like the stupid mobile shit EA did than I can possibly have. Because I just sit here and like. I don't see. Can I shoot a guy? I don't want to shoot a guy. It's literally me in games. I just want to kill people. I have a problem. But anyway, I think that's pretty much all the time I got right now.
I got a last point. Can we go over it really quickly?
Sure.
It's Pokemon. It's just basically the thing that's the most interesting to me. Because there's no modern Pokemon games I've played yet. I have yet to play the Sun and Moon. I wanna.
It's cold.
Cold coffee.
Really,
they announced like Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, which I'm kind of disappointed about. I'm really interested in the co-op. I hope they will bring that to the main game, because I don't think Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is the main game, because there's too many different things. Like for example, like
I've said it. I think me and Will were talking about this, and I said basically being Pokemon Go, but like you could play it in your house.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is fun. Because I think that Pokemon Go is pretty fun, and I think there are probably people who can't like either afford or don't have the energy to run around all over the fucking place and play it, especially if you live in the middle of fucking nowhere. So it's kind of a cool alternative, but I don't want that to be like. I'll just put it bluntly. I hope that's not the direction the main series goes in.
But
That would
this
be
is
disappointing.
definitely not like Gen 8. I think we are like the new gen is gonna be Gen 8. This is definitely not Gen 8.
Yeah,
What
no,
I'm really
it's
hyped for
Gen
is Gen 8.
You can't tell remake it. I'm hyped for Gen 8 too because I'll be honest, Gen 7 to me was disappointing. And I think a lot of people share that sentiment with me. I played Sun and Moon a lot, the original Sun and Moon, not Ultra Sun and Moon. I heard Ultra Sun and Moon were better than Sun and Moon, but I've also heard people tell me that they're not even that good to begin with. But ultimately, I felt Gen 7 had a lot of potential that was squandered because they just, I don't know what it was, they just didn't do enough. I felt like I don't know if it was maybe the hype train went out of control with all the predictions, or it was because there was a lot of things that were teased that they never really acted upon. Like there's a part in Sun and Moon where literally the main antagonist from Pokemon Black and White 2, who froze the fucking country into literal, just froze it solid ice and killed like thousands of people. He's just walking down the street in Sun and Moon. And your character, what's cool about this is as a human being who played all the games, you look at this guy and you're like, I'm literally standing next to Pokemon Hitler. And as your character's just like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is, some scientist or something. And, you know, like, it's such a weird disconnect between you and your character, but it's also really cool because you know how dangerous this guy is. And he's just all friendly, he gives you an item, and then he just leaves. And I'm like, that's it? Why is he in the game? Couldn't we fight him? And I think I heard someone say you can battle him. I don't know how, but, like, I don't know. I don't even know if that's true. I think it's only an Ultra Sun and Moon. But I'm just sitting here and I just feel like there was a lot of stuff like that, like throwbacks to older games that they put in and they never really fulfilled. I heard Ultra Sun and Moon were better because they actually did do a lot of good throwbacks, like Team Rocket coming back and Giovanni, and literally every villain was in Ultra Sun and Moon. But then I heard people tell me that they didn't do enough, where it's like the villains in Ultra Sun and Moon, Rainbow Rocket, and all the old major villains kind of just felt shoehorned in, and without their unique, you know, motivations for doing what they do and their teams backing them up and the location in which they do what they did, they don't feel as authentic as they did. Because the thing about Pokemon that I've always said, and people can argue with me all they want, it's a kid's game, so, you know, they're going to shit on my opinion, obviously, because I'm a grown man playing it. But I've always felt that Pokemon game villains are always relatively good. There aren't that many that I would actually say aren't good, except maybe Gen 3, because I think Team Magma and Aqua's leaders were pretty much cookie-cutter copies of one another, but that was the point. But whatever. So, like, it's kind of sad to see some of the villains who I genuinely kid was, like, almost afraid of and also thought were really badass, turned into just, like, a reskinned boss battle in a new game. And it's like, as cool as it is to see them there, they don't really fill a purpose. They're just fucking there. And I think maybe that was why in Sun and Moon, like, for example, the guy I said that I looked at and I'm like, oh my god, he's like the most dangerous guy ever. Maybe it was better that he didn't battle me, because it doesn't feel like he had a good reason to, you know? And then they tried to do that in Ultra Sun and Moon, and it was like, why am I fighting you? What? Why are you joining Team Rocket? That doesn't even make sense. Your ideals are completely different. Giovanni just wanted money. Giovanni has a guy working for him in Ultra Sun and Moon whose goal was quite literally to wipe out all life on Earth. And this guy's working for a dude who just wants to make some cash. What the fuck? And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, all right, there's a massive disconnect with what's going on. I mean, it's cool and it's good fan service, but I'm just like, why would this guy ever work for Giovanni? Again, I hope that that Gen 8 is better, because I feel like there's a lot they could do that would really be fucking cool story-wise. There was a lot they did do that I think was cool. But there's also a lot I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that the main legendaries in Gen 7 actually evolve. I don't know if you knew that, but they have pre-evolved forms that turn into their legendary forms, which is new, but it feels weird because then it kind of blurs the definition of a legendary, which was already being blurred because of Pokemon like Manaphy that can lay eggs are still technically legendary. It's very confusing, but I don't know. I also feel like I'm worried Pokemon Fusion is going to become a thing because of Ash and his stupid Greninja, with the Ash Greninja thing, where they become like a fucking frog with Ash's hat and hair. It's very weird.
There's a lot of weird
But
stuff.
we'll see what happens. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's 3:01. I have a meeting at 5, and it took me like 2 hours to get there. So, and I'm like meeting with my district manager and shit. So
Oh shit.
So yeah, it's kind of. I guess it's pretty serious or whatever the fuck. But this was awesome. Definitely
Yes.
want to do something again like this as soon as possible. I want to do more of these, which has been slacking because of life. But I gotta get going. I hope you can probably edit this a lot faster than last time.
I
But,
hope. I gotta get footage.
I gotta get ready, dude. I gotta.
Well, I guess you can go check out Stan's channel. Go check out. Oh my god. Go check him out and leave a subscribe. His content is amazing, and I'll see you next time. Amazing.